All right. Wait. Was there? Wait. Hang on. Was there no audio with that one? Hang on a second. Time out. Was there no audio? Hang on. Hang on. We're gonna do this right. Hang on a second. Was there really no audio there? Hang on. That has never happened before. Hang on a second. That was not by design. Hang on. Was there really no audio there at all? Hang on. Give me one quick second. Hang on a second. Give me one quick second. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna do it live. You know what? Let's run it again. Let's run it again. We're gonna do it live this time. We're gonna do it live. We're doing it live. We're doing this live. That was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. We're trying this again. Tonight on JG9 Live, we kick off today's Monday slate of games with an AFC battle between two teams who ended their season on a high note. In one corner, the Buffalo Bills, who enter the playoffs on a 5-game winning streak as winners of the AFC East for the 4th straight season, led by one of the best quarterbacks in football in Josh Allen. In the other corner, the Pittsburgh Steelers, riding high on a 3-game winning streak and looking to win their first playoff game in 7 years. It's Allen and the Bills, it's Rudolph and the Steelers, it's right here on JG9 Live. Let's do this. Alright, apologies for that. That has never happened before. I literally had the intro, like, I have everything written, I, like, recorded it, I exported it. That has never happened. That has never happened before. Doing live work so well, pre-recorded this at level of hype. Maybe. Yeah, that was not, again, that has never happened before. That was not by design. That has never happened before. I recorded it. I don't know what happened. But with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to JG9 Live. This is game number 1 out of 2 today. We've got this game. We got Eagles-Bucks taking place later tonight at 8:15 Eastern. We'll go live at 8:05 for that one. But here we go. Steelers-Bills. This game is on CBS. This game was supposed to be played yesterday at 1 o'clock Eastern. Obviously, because of the blizzard, we had to move the game to Monday at 4:30. But we're officially we're officially going to get this game underway in just a few minutes. So with that being said, welcome to JG9 Live. If you've never been to a JG9 stream before, how it works is like this. I'm going to do play-by-play color commentary on the game. Ask me any questions you want in the chat about anything at all, I'll be happy to answer. If you donate, I'll get to your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see the questions. So any donations, get to it right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see the questions. If we hit 250 for whatever reason, I wear whatever jersey you want me to for the next stream. I will order it and wear whatever jersey you want me to for the next stream. If you are a member, thank you. Remember, you get a lot of cool perks, including your name at the end of each video, members-only Q&A streams, and you can use emojis in the chat, like we have the Steelers logo, the Bills logo, and the terrible towel. We'll change the emojis for the Eagles-Bucks game later today. No, I was not doing a UT thing. That was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. That has never happened before. I've done these intros like 100 times, so that has never happened before. That's the first time that's ever happened. It happens to the best of us. I don't know what that happened there. But, and who do you think's going to win this game? Vote in that poll. Who do you think, Bills or the Steelers? Vote in that poll. Just want to say before we start, thank you so much for everything with the channel. Yesterday was officially the highest viewed day in channel history. Between the streams, between the video, hang on. Would this year's final be a sweep? Probably not. I think Washington probably takes a game. I think they take one. With Josh Allen's better, Jaguars or Bills is not the Bill. It is not. It is the Jaguars, Josh Allen. Jaguars, Josh Allen all the way. Yeah, so yesterday on the channel, if you want to know the official number, from 10 o'clock Eastern to 11 o'clock Eastern, we had 29,000 people view the channel at some point. That is a 1 hour record. The whole day, the previous record for most views in a day, the previous record, you have to go all the way back to 2021, June 2021, June 16, 2021, 102,163. That was the record. Yesterday, January 14th, the record, we set it. A new record for the channel of 193,854. About 200,000 people viewed the channel at some point yesterday. Highest number by about 40% what we've ever had. And today we're having a phenomenal day so far on the channel. The Dumb Decisions video on Mike McCarthy and the extra point that I knew was going to take off. I knew we were going to do it. It's got 42,000 views already. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. I can't thank you enough for this. I really can't thank you guys enough for this. Really, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. What videos are uploaded on that day? I don't remember what video was uploaded that day. It was more of just the algorithm was pushing my vids heavily. It wasn't... Right around June 2021 was... May and June 2021 was really when I started thinking, you know what, I could do this full time. That was when the algorithm really started pushing it heavily. I think about a week before that, I uploaded the division name video and how the federal division was a thing for 2 months. That was probably what happened. And it pushed that. But it pushed a lot of videos at the same time. It was a combination of a lot of different things. The Peacock video set a 24-hour record on the channel for most views by a video in a single day. The Peacock video in one day got about 160,000 views. It's absolutely insane. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Really, really appreciate it. And this is only the beginning, folks. This is only the beginning. I just want to let you in on the success that we've had. Bills Steelers right now, 80% of you riding with the Bills. This game's going to start on CBS in just a bit. Let's see. Who do you see drafting McCarthy? I don't know who's probably second round pick. Maybe a team like New Orleans. I don't know. Maybe a team like New Orleans. I'm not sure. I can't believe everyone's picking Buffalo over Pittsburgh in the chat. That's nonsense. I mean, Buffalo's a better team. Steelers don't have TJ Watt. I just don't know if Pittsburgh's offense can keep up. I don't know Pittsburgh's offense can keep up whatsoever. When will CBS do a Paramount Plus exclusive game? My guess is sometime... well, they haven't done... They're not going to do a playoff exclusive game before they do a regular season exclusive game. So once they do a regular season exclusive game, they're probably debating doing that at some point. My guess is probably 3 years from now. 3 years from now. Connor Akers, remember, for 3 months now. Who's a better live performer, Selena Gomez or William Hung? At least William Hung acts like he wants to be there. At least he's having fun. You saw a game in the same with snow. When I saw the snow, I thought this isn't going to win well. And, well, it didn't. Eagles-Cowboys 89. Yeah, that's quite the game you saw in the snow. Yep. Yep, you never know with snow. It's dangerous in the sense of you never know fans could do stuff with it. You never know. You never know. Commanders will draft him. They'll probably draft Drake May. They'll get the number 2 pick. Michael Otto with a $5. How's it going? Hey, JJ. Hope you're well, brother, along with the rest of the JJ fam. DoorDash today until 11 o'clock Eastern. Go Steelers, win or lose. Frank be with you. See you tonight. I will see you tonight. We're doing the Baselli tier stream tonight. We already did one with Keller earlier today, which was awesome. Awesome time. Thank you again. That was a really fun stream. And we're going to do one with Michael later in the day. Steelers fan working tonight, but with us in spirit alongside Frank. All right. We're going to start this game in just a bit over at Highmark Stadium. So now JG9, why the F for the Steelers in the playoffs? Oh, man, Treat's going to have a field day with this one if they lose by like 30. The Steeler way, baby, the Steeler way. Spence, remember, for 4 months now, is there a chance a broadcast network could bid on a playoff game, or will it be a streaming service every time? No, broadcast networks can bid. Broadcast networks bid a lot of times. That's how NBC, that's how a lot of these stations, they get multiple playoff games. They bid. In terms of sports, what politician handled the pandemic the best? NFL didn't cancel any games, so probably the NFL. Probably the NFL. They didn't cancel any games. Last time the Steelers won a playoff game, I was right out of college. Please just win one more before I turn 30. It's been 7 years. It has been 2016. Last time they won a playoff game was the Chiefs game. Oddly enough, that game was moved due to weather. That game was supposed to be at 1 o'clock Eastern. The game got moved to the night. So maybe deja vu here. We'll see. Pittsburgh going to get the ball to start this game off as we're about to kick off here. 82% of you riding with the Buffalo Bills in this one. Again, yesterday we had the first 7-2 upset of all time. 0-8 before, this was the first time. Will we see a second one today? Do I wish they kept the Steelers-Jags rivalry? Yes, that was a fun rivalry. I still love that rivalry. I love that rivalry. All right, Buffalo kicking off to start this game. Let's do this. It's a line drive to start up. Bounces at the 20-yard line. We're officially underway at Highmark Stadium to the 15, to the 20, taking to the 25, and going down to the 27-yard line. Still on his feet, shutting down to the 30-yard line. Return there by Jalen Warner. That's where Pittsburgh takes over at the 30-yard line. Mason Rudolph, the QB for the Steelers. It's been a weird year for Pittsburgh at quarterback. They had Kenny Pickett. He got hurt. Then they had Mitch Trubisky. He kind of stunk up the joint. They went to Mason Rudolph, the former second-round pick out of Oklahoma State. And he's been pretty good this season. Pretty good. He's playing some of the best football of his career as the third quarterback in charge. It is a packed house in Buffalo, despite the weather. And they moved the game because the blizzard yesterday made it unsafe to drive. But we're officially underway. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Rudolph under center. We got 3 wide, all lined up on the far side of the field. Najee Harris to the back. The pitch goes to Najee Harris. Harris down to the 31-yard line, brought down on the play after a gain of 1. Pittsburgh's running game has played a lot better as of late. The Jalen Warren, Najee Harris 1-2 punch. Actually been playing pretty good football as of late. Harris been a slow start to the season, but second half of the year, he's really come around. Odds of Romo getting hit by a fan snowball. I mean, he's inside a booth, so probably not. Someday they'll expand to 8 seeds. I would hate that. Because then there's no incentive to getting the 1 seed. I'm fine with 7. I've said it before. 7 seeds, it just accounts for the expansion that we had in 1995 and 96 and 2002. Or 99 and 2002. It accounts for that. For what it was in 1990. But I would hate 8. Play action screen pass. Warren on the grab. Warren to the 35. Warren breaks the tackles at the 40. He's got some room to the 45. Goes down to the 47-yard line. Brought down on the play by Jordan Poyer. It's again 16 yards and a first down. So Warren gets a touch. Harris gets a touch. Gotta figure the running backs will have to have a pretty good game today. Pittsburgh wants to have a chance to win this one. This Buffalo rushing defense is really the only Achilles heel is their rushing defense. 28th in the league in rushing yards per carry. Pretty solid defensive unit otherwise. They figure Pittsburgh's going to lean a lot on Harris and a lot on Warren today. And I forgot to update the board. My apologies. The give. This one goes to Najee Harris. He gets to the 49-yard lines. Again at 2. Second and 8. Where's the snow? They shoveled it all. They shoveled it. The snow has officially been shoveled. Was Super Bowl 29 the last Super Bowl that was expected to be a blowout and was? That's a good question. I mean, 30, maybe 33. Maybe 33. But yeah, I'd say 29 definitely. 29 definitely. Second and 8. Rudolph looking. One read, batted down at the line, incomplete. Pickens, the intended target. Not a great play by Rudolph. He was staring down his receiver the whole way. Stayed on that first read the entire time. A 16-team playoff with no bye, 72 Dolphins. They were just like a format where you play at home if you're the better team. That pass tipped at the line by Terrell Bernard. The Bills in a rough spot. They were 6-6. They fired their offensive coordinator Dorsey. They won 5 straight to get the number 2 seed. Beat Miami on Sunday to get the AFC East title for the 4th straight season. And that's how they're hosting this game. Rudolph in the shotgun. 4 wide, 2 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Warren the back. 3rd and 8. Rudolph takes a snap. Bills send 5. Rudolph looking. It's an out route. It's incomplete. Intended target on the play was the tight end Pat Freiermuth. You're noticing a lot, though. It is very easy to read Mason Rudolph. These 2 passes, he stared down one target the entire way. He stared down one target the entire way. Broncos here by 7.5 at Super Bowl 33. Yeah, so that's one possession. That wasn't really expected to be a blowout. Expected to be a blowout, but weren't. Super Bowl 3. 42, 14. 14 was expected to be a massacre, the Steelers being the Rams. But the Rams were up in the fourth quarter. So the Steelers have to punt this ball away. It's Presley Harvin, maybe the most inconsistent punter in football. Punting this one at midfield. This one is a shorty fielded at the 20-yard line. Fair catch. A terrible punt there by Presley Harvin. Again, he might be the worst punter in football. Deontay Hardy. Fair catch. 31-yard punt. That is it. Buffalo takes over at the 20-yard line with 12:35 left. Yeah, 36. That's a good pick. Maybe... was 38 supposed to be? What was the spread of 38? 7 for the Pats. It's not really expected to be a blowout. Yeah, no, 40, yeah, 42, 3, 4, Super Bowl 4, although it was kind of a blowout the other way. Chances that we get a Ravens-Niners rematch. I would say 35 to 40%. You know, I was right. Yeah, anyone that thought 42 was going to be a blowout, stop watching after week 16. Yeah, I had the Giants not winning the game, obviously, but I did have it being close. But I think it was, 12.5 point spread? Yeah, they made the right call postponing the game. It wasn't about the snow. It was about the wind and the fact that you can't have people on the roads. You can't have people on the roads. There was that problem. Let's be fair. Yeah, Brady did play like garbage in the Chargers game, but he played lights out in the Jaguars game. Remember, the week before in the AFC, in the divisional round against Jacksonville, he set the record for highest completion percentage. So, a bit different. 25 or 6-4, the best Chicago song, by far. Was Super Bowl 37 supposed to be a blowout? I don't think it was supposed to be a blowout, but the Bucs were favored, from what I remember. Weather Drum Member for 5 months now, thank you so much. Just took my parents to the airport, heading to Oceania and exploring Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji. That is awesome. You're saving your money to go to the World Cup in 2026. I think it's a good call. I'm going to try to go to the World Cup. They're not going to do any games in Phoenix, so I'm going to try to go to the World Cup. I got to see what the schedule is. I might go to Copa America this year. I might go to Copa. Because usually the problem with Copa America is that they play games in Arizona at State Farm. The problem is that it's usually a Mexico game. So tickets are very expensive, and the atmosphere is nuts in a bad way. Especially because we root against Mexico. It's almost like dangerous. I mean, you've seen the videos of Copa America. They like throw stuff on the field and whatnot. But there is a game at Copa America at State Farm Stadium this year that will not be. I think it's Colombia, Costa Rica, I want to say. So I might go. That'll be fun. Vikings Twitter is calling Dan Campbell Bounty Gate 2.0 for the Kirby hit. No, not even close. Not even close. Look, you have to go low. You can't go high. You got to go low. It was a clean hit. It's unfortunate that it happened, but that's just the reality of it. It was a good play by Joseph. Would Seahawks Colts at Super Bowl 49 be ugly? Yes, very ugly. Very ugly. Romo calling a Josh Allen game. Get your earplugs ready. All right, 31-yard punt by Harvin. Bills take over the 20. First down. It's a curl route. Caught for a gain of 5. Catch there made by Khalil Shakir, who's really come on ever since Dorsey got fired. He had a very good second half of the season. Finished the year with 39 catches, 611 yards, 2 touchdowns. A bulk of that came over the last month or so. How far is State Farm? It's in Glendale, so about no traffic, about 15 minutes from Phoenix. It's not bad at all. It's just a pain in the butt to get to because they built it in the middle of nowhere. A lot of left turns, a lot of traffic lights, a lot of left turns. No public transportation to get there. But with no traffic, 15 minutes. Diggs in motion. The give up the middle goes to James Cook. Cook going down to the 29-yard line, gain of 4. A big reason why Buffalo has rallied off all these wins and has maybe the hottest offense in football right now is because they are starting to feed James Cook a lot more. The problem with Dorsey at the start of the season with Buffalo was that the moment they fell behind, they just abandoned the running game. Look at the Jacksonville game. 3rd and 1. QB sneak. And I think they're going to give him the first down. It looked like he got enough. Line judges signaling first down. So it should be good. Move the chains at the 30-yard line. But big reason why Buffalo was struggling at the start was every time they fell behind, they just abandoned the run. I think the Jaguars game in London, they didn't call a single design run for the final 3 quarters of the game. But now they're finally starting to feed Cook, finally starting to be a lot more well-balanced. That's a big reason why they've routed off 5 straight wins. So about 35, no, that wasn't expected blowout. That wasn't going to be expected. Best team era to not reach a Super Bowl. Yeah, best team was 98 Vikings, but the best era was early 80s Chargers. Definitely early 80s Chargers. Play action. Allen looking, fires down the sideline. Ball is caught at the 50-yard line. What a grab there by Dalton Kincaid, number 86, the rookie tight end out of Utah. Gain of 19 on the play, good enough for a first down. Kincaid just out-muscling his man. It really is a question of who do you think is the better rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid or Sam Laporta? They both have had phenomenal seasons. That time, Kincaid makes the grab, working in coverage against number 25, Eric Rowe, out-muscles him all the way. Diggs in motion. You got 4 wide, 3 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Allen takes a snap. It's a quick pass, and the flat goes to Diggs. Diggs has some room to the 45, runs into his own guy, and he'll be about a yard short of the first down. Are they going to give him? I thought his knee was down beforehand. They're going to say it's the first down, though. Looked like Diggs had a bit more room and just ran to his own guy. I thought the knee came down at the 41 before the ball came across. By the way, they are giving him the first down. No real complaints. Yeah, Kincaid, he wasn't bad. It was more of they didn't know how to get him involved. It wasn't he was bad. They just didn't know how to get him involved. The second half, he's been lights out. Once Dawson Knox went down, they kind of had to feed Kincaid a lot more. And we saw in the Buccaneers game Thursday Night Football, he really started to get going. Cook, down to the 36-yard line, gain of 4. Still pushing the pile. He's actually still pushing the pile forward. Should have been a gain of 4, instead it's a gain of 6. Churning those legs, James Cook, the Pro Bowl running back, over 1,100 rushing yards this season. And again, a good chunk of that came in the second half of the season. He might have had the best game by any individual running back this season in that game against Dallas. Why is the Pitt lettering and the logo... Oh, no, I agree. Laporta's better than Kincaid, but they both have had very good seasons. Yeah, that is weird why the Pitt logo... I think because it's an oval. I think it's just weird because Buffalo's logo is more horizontal and the Pittsburgh logo is more symmetrical. 2nd and 6. Allen over the middle, wide open, is Diggs for his second grab of the drive, and he goes down to the 24-yard line, gain of 12, and a first down brought down on the play by Landon Roberts. Remember, this is a Pittsburgh defense that does not have TJ Watt. They did not have TJ Watt today. So Allen might have a lot more time to throw than usual. And you can't leave Diggs open like that. I know he's had a rough second half of the season, but finds himself spot in the zone and makes it. Most overhyped Super Bowl? Oh, easily 48. Legion of Boom against the greatest offense ever, maybe? And that happened? Yeah, that was terrible. That was a terrible game. Cook, in the second level to the 20. 15, first down the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 and a first down. Brought down eventually on the play by Minkah Fitzpatrick, the Pro Bowl safety, but not before a gain of 12 and a first down. Yeah, the logo takes up way more space. And yeah, Pitt doesn't take up a ton of space because the I is slim. B, U, and F are fat letters. T is not really a fat letter, but P is a fat letter, but I is a skinny letter. The 2014 Seahawks ran it back. Or ran it. Would they have won? I believe so. Yes, I believe so. I believe they would have won. I would have run the ball there. But it was a great play by Butler, obviously. Cook, once again, feeding him down to the 9-yard line. Actually, marked at the 10. 2nd and 8. So 50, yeah. I would say there was an upset. Because Manning was not that good in the postseason. Especially with what Carolina played against Arizona. One of the most dominant performances in a conference championship ever. Why are all the Bills and Steelers helmets way to my left? Because the Eagles and Bucks game is taking place after this. It just works out better. I'll move the desk over for the Eagles-Bucks game so we get more of the Eagles helmets behind me afterwards. 2nd and 7. Allen, end zone shot, wide open, touchdown! Dawson Knox 3 times! Meet me in the end zone! Too easy for Buffalo. They don't face a single third down on the drive outside of a QB sneak. Way too easy. And 6-0. And the snow is coming down from the stands. Now they've had issues with this before. I think you're gonna hear a PA announcement saying you can't throw snow. You're definitely gonna hear that. We saw that. I believe it was the Bills-Patriots game where they did. Obviously, this is more celebratory. Won't be like the Giants-Chargers 95, although it very well could be. Extra point here by Tyler Bass. It is up, and it's not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's 7-0. 7:02 left in the first quarter, and far too easy for the hottest offense in football. They lead 7-0 after one drive for each team. The luckiest team ever to me is the 84 Steelers. I mean, that is Yeah, that team, you look at their quarterback, how they make the AFC Championship. Luckiest team, I mean, 89 Steelers had no business being where they were, but yeah. Gotta throw out anyone throwing a Super Bowl celebratory or not. Oh, I agree. Problem is that I don't know how you're going to enforce it. I don't know how. There's so many people. There's so many fans. It's going to be tough. But I agree. Super Bowl 27 is my favorite Super Bowl. I'm guessing you're a Cowboys fan. 90 Bills or the 08 Steelers? I'm going to take the 90 Bills. I'm taking 90 Bills. Most overhyped regular season game. Most overhyped regular season game. That's a good one. I would say... I mean, Giants-Niners 1990 was a pretty boring game, all things considered. Now, the conference championship was great, but the regular season game, nothing really happened in that game. And that was billed like you could have possibly had two undefeated teams. They both lost the week before, but you could have two undefeated teams. 10-1 against 10-1 Monday Night Football. Nothing really happened in that game. Oh yeah, Pat Stolpin's 03. That was the Brewski pick 6. That was the Brewski pick 6. A lot of celebratory stumbles. Massive snowstorm. That was supposed to go, but couldn't because of the snow. Yeah, I'm guessing there's some people in Buffalo that couldn't go to the game today because of the snow or because they had to work today. The best non-Super Bowl matchup ever? I'm not sure what you... So best game that wasn't a Super Bowl? I mean, Bills-Chiefs in the divisional round. Chiefs-Rams was a fun game. On Monday Night Football. Like, it got some options. Yeah, no, this is the worst possible stuff for Pittsburgh. Oh, so is going down people's shorts. Or shirts. Yeah, if you're wearing shorts in this, you're crazy. Yeah, you knew Super Bowl 48 was going to be a bad game after the first place safety. I had hope until the Harvin returned for a touchdown. And then once the Harvin returned for a touchdown, I was like, yeah, this is over. This is over. How many helmets do I have overall? Probably about 400, maybe 450. Most of these are autographed. Somewhere around that. Yeah, if we're counting like unautographed, it's like 450. If it's only autographed, it's about 300. It took a lot of time building this collection. A lot of time. The worst Super Bowl ever? I mean, there were some bad ones. I'd probably say 24. 24 was pretty bad. Super Bowl 20 was also really bad. The worst Super Bowl commercial, as it's a touchback, first down the 25-yard line. Probably just for feed. It tanked the company. Just for feed, Super Bowl 33 tanked the company. It's like, yeah, let's do an ad where we drug an African person and give him our shoes. That did not go over well. Did not go over well at all. Yeah, that was a decade ago. Oh my god, I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday too. Holy cow. The 6-8 Bills were bad. They had so many different quarterbacks. I mean, the situation of how they lost their starting quarterback is nuts in that game. The handoff, gain of about 2 yards there for Najee Harris. So Steelers are saying they had a schedule, but they're not getting any big runs. Najee Harris, 3 runs, about 6 yards. Worst Geico ad? Maybe say when? I don't know what the worst ad would be. Any advice on how to start a helmet collection? Just scour eBay. Scour eBay. It's really... And if you can find good... Like, there's some websites, if you look like autograph helmets for a specific team, you can find websites and they might give you bulk deals. When I start collecting them, I've been collecting them for a while. The handoff, up the middle, gain of 3, Najee Harris. So when the studio happened, I really started going. Right around earlier this year, I really started increasing the helmet collection. But I've been collecting them for a while. I've had autograph helmets for quite a bit. But once I knew I was getting this 2-bedroom place, I knew it was going to happen. Favorite dessert? Oh, vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is amazing. Worst Super Bowl commercial that my channel hasn't covered. There's a fair amount. The GM robot ad, the robot jumping off the bridge might be the worst. 3rd and 5, balls at the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh cannot go 3 and out. 4 wide, 3 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Rudolph looking. He's staring down one guy. What's he? He's just staring down one guy. He's not even trying to go through his reads. I know that was a problem in Oklahoma State with him. He's not even trying. Yeah, the old school. Yeah, this is Bill Berge. This is Bill Berge right here. I've not seen Rudolph go through his reads at all. And that punt, it takes a somewhat favorable bounce, but not the best punt once again by Harvin. Down to the... Oh, the wind's going to take it to the 27-yard line. But still not great. Presley Harvin, just a 43-yard punt. Just rinse something out. So Buffalo ball, the 27-yard line. This could be a long day, folks. This could be a very long day. They're not going to win the battlefield position because Harvin's a terrible punter. Rudolph is just staring guys down. This could be a long day. The last... Wait, hang on. Okay, so what makes me decide what autograph to get? Cheaper. I don't have a lot of the big name guys. I don't have the guys like Montana, Elway. I don't have those guys. I go on the cheaper side. Now, I do have some Hall of Famers, but for the most part, I go cheaper side. There's some exceptions, but I'll go on the cheaper side. I don't have... If I had like a Legends... If I had a Legends collection, I'd do like a specific case for that, where it's like Montana and Elway and whatnot. But no, a lot of these autographs... I feel like it sums up the channel, too. Like, there's a lot of stories in the NFL, a lot of people that have been forgotten about, but I want to know everyone's story. Just fascinated by it. So there's a lot of autographs that I have where it's like $20. 20 or $30. The Vikings drafted Emmitt Smith. They probably win a Super Bowl at some point. They probably win one. I'm not sure what changes with the Cowboys. Probably lose. They still probably win one, but the Vikings definitely win one. Can we ever get a year where there was no streaming playoff games? Nope. I think we're past the point of no return on that, unfortunately. I think this is the new normal. Let's see. The last AFC wildcard. Hang on. I got the spammer. Do I consider Joe Flacco elite? Oh, God, no. God, no, I don't consider him elite. Hang on. I got the spammer. Don't worry. I got him. Autograph Rick. I would never do that. Like, there are like some cheap Deshaun Watson autographs. I've not done that. The smartest player, probably Fitzpatrick. The dumbest, there have been some dumb ones. No, Flacco was never elite. The worst runner-up of all time in the Super Bowl, probably 79 Rams. I think the last wildcard AFC team to win, I think it was the Ravens back in 2000. I think it was the Ravens. Oh no, broadcast networks bid the most, different story, but the problem is that NBC will just put the game on Peacock. They'll bid an insane amount so they can put the game on Peacock. And then Prime is going to bid a ton. Play action, Allen to the sideline, incomplete. First incomplete pass of the day, intended target Stephon Diggs. They're trying to get him involved, though. We had 2 catches on the first drive. Most underrated playoff game, Ravens-Pats 14. That's a very, very good pick. A very underrated game. Very, very underrated game. Most underrated? Honestly, Super Bowl 14 does not get talked about enough as one of the best Super Bowls of all time. Super Bowl 14 was a phenomenal game. The other one that doesn't get talked about, Dolphins-Chargers 94 was a phenomenal game that has been forgotten about because people talk about Dolphins-Chargers 81. Dolphins-Chargers 94. Allen escapes the sack. He's going to run at the 30, pump fakes at the 34, gain of 7. Would I accept an autographed OJ helmet? Yes, I would do that. I would accept autographed OJ. I would do that. Yeah, Dolphins-Chargers 94 was a phenomenal game. And no one really talks about that one. What if Dennessy didn't take a knee? Yeah, the clock management at the end of that game was terrible. I know Secret Base did, when they talked about the 98 Vikes, they did a huge thing on that. And they made great points. I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking. Epic in Miami 81 was a great game, one of the best playoff games of all time. It's not really underrated. Like, that game is talked about as a top 5 playoff game of all time, and rightfully so. 3rd and 2, the slant route behind his target. Intended target's Allen Kincaid. Miscommunication there. Allen, they throw 3 times on the drive. And Allen misses 2 of those they call 3 passes on the drive. Allen ran, but 0 for 2. Slant route just behind his target, and they'll go 3 and out. So they trade 3 and outs. Aaron Hernandez helmet. I don't know about that. Oh, Sam Browns in the playoffs, they would probably get obliterated. I don't trust Derek Anderson in the playoffs. I really would not have. If the Giants knee, punt out of bounds at the 18-yard line. So Pittsburgh takes over inside their own 20. About a 48-yard punt. If the Giants take a knee, I mean, they win that game. Do the Eagles make the... I don't think the Eagles make the playoffs in that case. Right? I don't think they would have made the playoffs. I think. Right? Let me double check. Would they have made the playoffs that year? No, the Packers would have made it. A lot changes there. A lot changes there then. I mean, I still think the Packers beat the Packers that year, so I'm not sure how much changes, but yeah. Darren Sharper? No, I wouldn't do that. The worst team in the league next year, just based on the trajectory everyone's heading in. Panthers. Panthers are the worst until proven otherwise. I don't believe in Bryce Young. I don't believe in that roster. I don't believe in David Tepper as an owner. If the 7th seed existed from 2010 to 19, which 7 seeds would have beaten 2 seeds? Ooh. And when people boycott the NFL over streaming stuff, it goes too far. I don't think so. The NFL is unstoppable at this point. It's almost like cigarettes. You can raise the price of cigarettes all you want. People are still going to smoke. What's 7 seeds up to 2 if that happens? That's a good question. It takes a weird circumstance for it to happen. Let me think of who would have been... Who would have been... The Bears might have lost to the Giants in 2010. They might have lost to the Giants in 2010. I could have seen a scenario where that happens. I could have seen a scenario where that happens. Other than that... Who would have been the 7th seed in 2013? Because Carolina... They had their flaws. Carolina had their flaws that year. Arizona could have beaten Carolina. Arizona could have beaten Carolina. Yeah, Arizona could have beaten Carolina. 91 hours would be in the 2 lines. I agree with that. Yeah, I think we're just talking from 2010 on. I could have seen Arizona beat Carolina in 2013-14. No, Pats would not be in the Steelers that year. Not at all. I think that's probably it. Panthers go 0-17? No. They'll win like 3 games, but they're the worst team until proven otherwise. Pittsburgh, unable to cross midfield on the first 2 drives. Let's see what happens here. This first drive starts with a completion and a fumble. Fumble on the play by George Pickens. And now they're going to say incomplete pass. They're going to say Pickens did not make a football move, never control the ball. They're going to say incomplete. Most hyped up playoff game that did not even come close to the hype. Oh, easily, Super Bowl 48. Let's double check this. 1-2, he tucks. Does he make a football move? Back in the 80s, that's a catch. 1-2, the tuck. You could say he makes a football move. He tucked the ball, but he did not complete the process. No, that's the right call. That's the right call. They're going to challenge. Buffalo is going to challenge it. I mean, you got 2 challenges. You usually rarely use 2. You might... I don't think it's going to work, but it's not the worst challenge in the world. You don't really need the time limits in the first half. I'm going to vote in the poll. Do you think will the Bills win this challenge? Will the Bills win the challenge? I would also say, playoff games they didn't live up to the hype. Ravens-Patriots 2012. Will the Bills win the challenge? It's either going to be 2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh or it's a fumble. Thoughts on the Orioles owner? He has to be willing to spend. He's got a core now. He's got to be willing to spend. If he doesn't keep his core, then sell the team. Remember, the call on the field was incomplete. There has to be enough to overturn. And as a reminder, if we hit 250 donations, I wear whatever jersey you want me to for the very next stream that we do. When it comes in the mail, I've got a throwback Seahawks jersey coming in. I've got a blue Eagles jersey coming in as well. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support there. And donations get to your question right away. Also, we've got over 120 people in the stream right now on a Monday afternoon. Thank you so much. Be sure to like and subscribe, and make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the action and miss any time that we go live. We've got a ton of stuff happening on the channel. Videos every single day, and we're only going up from here. The Dumb Decisions on Mike McCarthy is at 45,000 views already. This is insanity. The views are through the roof. It's crazy. Documentaries are doing really well. I had a documentary come out about the worst broadcast in CBS playoff history, about Alex Hawkins. That video has amassed over 61,000 views, which is nuts for a documentary, a 48-minute documentary on something from the 70s. I can't thank you enough. Favorite game I call is play-by-play. Like in college? So, play-by-play, I don't remember, but I can tell you color commentary. The best game I ever called, I did LSU against High Point, 5-set volleyball match. That was nuts. I did a soccer game where, so how soccer works in college, if you don't know, is that there's no stoppage time. When the clock hits 0, that's it. It counts down from 45 to 0. When the clock hits 0, that is it. It was nothing, and then we win the conference with 1 second left. Score a goal with 1 second left. So that was amazing. The call has been overturned. It's Buffalo football. They're going to say that Pickens fumbled the ball, and Buffalo's going to start this drive in the red zone. They're going to say that Pickens completed the process of the catch and made a football move. Bills football. The Bills win the challenge. I guess they're saying when the dive happened. Although you could make... Yeah, I guess it's pretty similar to the Dez catch. I guess it's pretty similar to the Dez Bryant play. He lost the ball in the dive, and they changed the rule. 1-2, ball comes out as he's diving. Yeah, I think that's the right call. I think that's... I just didn't know if you were going to overturn it because there wasn't, a lot there. But I'm always in the camp of reward the defense. I'm always in the camp of reward the defense. So Bills win the challenge at over 29-yard line. First down for Buffalo, empty backfield. Allen takes the snap, fires, end zone shot. He's got a man. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dolan Kincaid. 2 touchdown passes for Allen, both going to tight ends. And Dolan Kincaid. The Bills are off to a flying start. There was a question of, do you play the game on Sunday because people might not be able to show up? Well, the Steelers are not showing up right now as it is. Dolan Kincaid wide open over the middle field. Middle field has been wide open all day. These receivers have been open. I know Allen's thrown 2 incomplete passes, but those were misfires. It wasn't because they were covered. This Steelers secondary has been torched. So far, the extra point is good. 14-0. So remember, the Steelers got in thanks to the Jaguars losing to the Titans. Remember back in 2021, pretty similar thing. The Steelers had no business being in to some extent. They win their game against the Ravens. They need a lot of help in the AFC South, a massive upset to happen. The Colts lose to the Jags. They get in the playoffs that way, get as a 7th seed, and they get obliterated by KC. Is Tony Romo under the weather? He's not screaming at all today. Nance has more energy. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I'm not watching with any audio, but... Not watching with any audio. Oh, no, I agree we don't deserve it. I agree we don't deserve it. I'm just saying how Pittsburgh got into the playoffs. They needed the Jags to lose. But no, we didn't deserve it. I'm actually kind of glad we didn't make it, we would have been obliterated by Cleveland. We would have been obliterated. Why do people have to lose? Because the Steeler way must continue. The Steeler way of just making it into the playoffs with 9-8 records and 10-7 records. Okay, you spelled Nance wrong. The person on the sign spelled Nance wrong. Did anyone notice that? They spelled it like Jim Nance, the running back on the Patriots back in the 60s. They spelled Nance's name wrong. There was an attempt. There was an attempt. Throwing snow is to Buffalo, with throwing lemons is to DC. Yep. Lions and Bills would be fun. Lions and Bills would be a fun Super Bowl. That's the one I want. I want Lions Bills. I want Lions Bills. I know, I'm just saying how Pittsburgh got it. Again, I am not saying we deserve it. I'm not saying Pittsburgh didn't deserve it. They just needed help week 18, and they got it. They definitely got it. We'll take the fire Mike Tomlin. It would take probably back-to-back losing seasons. They're not going to fire a coach. First off, the Steelers have had fewer head coaches than popes since men have walked on the moon. Never argue with idiots. They bring it down to the level. Oh, I feel that. I feel that all the time. Larry Nance. Coming on, sit in motion. The handoff goes to Warren. Pittsburgh, unable to get anything going on the ground. Their longest run so far has been 3 yards. That's how they got into the playoffs. It was a strong running game in the second half of the season with Jalen Warren and Najee Harris. Look at their running numbers this season. Again, pretty good as of late. Had 202 yards against the Seahawks. It could have been more if Najee Harris didn't go down at the 1-yard line on the smart play. 155 yards last week against Baltimore. They've had some good games on the ground. Nothing doing so far. 11 rushing yards and I believe 6 carries. They're doing nothing so far. 3 wide, 2 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Rudolph takes the snap in the shotgun. Rudolph over the middle, batted down. Again, it's too easy. And Oliver on the bat down. It's too easy. You can just read his eyes. He doesn't change it. He doesn't go through his reads. That was his biggest knock at Oklahoma State as a one-read quarterback. You would think after 6 years things would be different. It's too easy. You know exactly where he's going. You know exactly where he's going. It's actually comical. He doesn't, like, the moment he looks, you can just eliminate that one half of the field. You can eliminate that one half of the field, the side that he's not looking at, because he will not adjust. He will not adjust. 3 wide on the far side of the field. Rudolph takes the snap. Again, just stare down that man, but tipped. Again, it's tipped. Because he just stared him down the whole time. They're going to say incomplete. Buffalo thinks they caught it, but that did look incomplete. And it's another 3 now. 4 drives and they've not crossed midfield. Would the Dolphins have upset KC in 03? I don't think so. I don't think they would have. Let's double check, make sure that ball was tipped. There's a reason there was like 3,000 tips this game. There's a reason that every single pass that Rudolph has thrown has been tipped. There's a reason for that. Sometimes it's bad offensive line play. Sometimes it's unlucky. Sometimes it's great defensive play. But sometimes it's just you can just read his eyes. That punt by Harvin almost blocked. And it is a shorty once again. Fielded at the 44-yard line. Presley Harvin, they got to get a new punter. 31-yard punt. That's... Presley Harvin is having a stinker of a game. He's having a stinker of a season. You figure Iowa's punter will be the first punter taken. My guess, Pittsburgh, 4th round. They'll use their 4th round pick. They'll use their 4th round pick on the Iowa punter. That's my guess. They might even go the Brian Anger route, go 3rd round pick. Honestly, I'm not opposed at this point. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. Hang on. Just terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Presley Harvin this season ranked 33rd in punts in a 32-team league. Lions Niners NFC Championship. It's looking that way. It's looking like that. That'll be a fun game if it happens. Be a fun game. Yeah, that's a YouTube thing. I don't know what to, that's a YouTube thing. I really don't like ads on live streams. I feel like you get the end, then that's it. I don't like ads being interrupted, but that's really a YouTube thing, unfortunately. Highest drafted punter. I mean, if we're counting Russell, Ray Guy was the 1st round pick. If we're counting Alexabin, the Saints punter, but he was punter / kicker. Chad Ryland, I think it was like 62%. He was terrible. He had that good kick against Denver, but other than that, nothing. Chad Ryland's stats this season, he was 16 for 25, 64%. He was so bad. You missed the NFL copyright ID from the 92,000. That was the best copyright ID. That was the best one. Of all the copyright notices, that was by far the best. That was by far the best one. Wait, really? Wait, Norm Smith passed away? Wait, how did I know about this? A New York Post reporter. Oh my God. No way. He did. Wow. 84. Wow. I've done so many videos on Sneed too. Holy cow. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Norm Sneed. Wow. Alright, I'll probably have to do a video this week on someone with Sneed. That is... I did not know that. I did not know that. Wow. I think it would, like, that'd be bigger news because he was a starting quarterback for a long time. Pro Bowl quarterback, too. First down, the 44-yard line. Allen. It's a quick pass, goes to Diggs for the third time today. Diggs balled up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Slowed down initially by Eric Rowe. 2nd and 10. Jerome Bettis or Otis Anderson? Honestly, I'm taking Otis. I'm taking Anderson. I think Anderson was better than Bettis ever was. I think, yeah, I mean, I think he was a bit overrated, but he was still a decent quarterback. He was still decent. Second and 11. Allen looking over the middle field. Ball is dropped on the play by Kincaid. 3rd and 11 coming up. There's also, Norm Sneed's a great immaculate grid play. He's a great immaculate grid play. Because he played for so many different teams. The hardest hitting defense in NFL history? Oof, I mean, 85 Bears have to be up there. 85 Bears have to be up there. The worst running back in the Hall? Probably Jerome. No, Edrin. Probably Edrin. 3rd and 11. Drag to Cook, or wheel to Cook, and nothing doing there to the 40-yard line. Bottled up, lost to 4. Micah Fitzpatrick on the stop. I'm going to say swing route. I don't know why I said drag. Worst running, I'd probably say it will be Frank Gore. Frank Gore will be the worst in the Hall. But I would say Bettis is probably the worst, yeah. I would say Bettis. Either Bettis or James. Did I hear last week about the Irrelevant Bowl? The Irrelevant Bowl? I did not. What? I did not hear about the Irrelevant Bowl. Worst turf monster incident? Veterans Stadium. Veterans Stadium. Just pick anything. Pick anything at Veterans Stadium. Pick anything there. Sam Martin on the punt. Fair catch made at the 8-yard line. So Steelers start inside their own 10. 52-yard punt for Martin. No return on the play. Steelers 1:43 left in the first quarter. Still not cross midfield. 4 drives, 2 3-and-outs, and a fumble. Is Namath the worst QB in the Hall? I would say yes. No. I would... it's either him or Stabler. Yeah, C was traded for Jurgensen. That's one of the worst trades of all time that people forget about. Yeah, Jurgensen, I mean, the Watcher made out way better in that one. Worst Hall of Fame QB will be Matt Ryan. I don't have a gut feeling he's getting in. I think Rivers, I have a gut feeling he could get in. Ryan, I don't think will have a shot. The worst QB will be Eli. It will be Eli. Play action. Rudolph looking. Again, just staring down. But he's wide open. Frymouth with the grab of the 35 to the 40, down to the 42-yard line. Then loses the football. Who's got it? And did he stay in bounds? Looked like he did. Buffalo should have it. Did he stay in bounds? Let's see. No signal yet. Did Frymouth go out of bounds? Did the Bills recover inbounds? Was the knee down? First down, Pittsburgh. See, Frymouth clearly lost the ball. We all know that. Did Buffalo recover out of bounds? From that angle, it looked like he was still in bounds. But when did he establish possession is the question. That should be Buffalo ball. Wait a second. Okay, so Frymouth's not down. He's not out of bounds when he fumbles the ball. He doesn't touch the ball while he's out of bounds. That should... I think he recovered it in bounds. I think he recovered that one in bounds. There's going to be a challenge. So Buffalo already using both their challenges in the first quarter. Usually in plays like this, you call it as a turnover so it's automatically reviewed. Benford forces the hit. I'm going to put in the poll. Do you think they win the challenge? The Bills clearly recover. The question is, did they recover in bounds? So Farmouth doesn't touch it while he's out of bounds. Right, doesn't go off his fingertip while he's out of bounds. It's recovered by Spectre. And I think he's in bounds when he has it. I think that's Buffalo ball. Miles Jack having flashbacks. Although, at least with this one, Buffalo would not have been able to return it. Like Miles Jack, he could have returned it for a touchdown. This one... Again, you have to question again to some extent with the officiating. Turnovers are automatically reviewed. Buffalo might be out of challenges if they don't win this in the first quarter. If the defender who was out of bounds touched it, then it's out of bounds. But I think Spectre was the one who touched it. And he was in bounds. I don't think Poyer touched this ball. Farmwood doesn't touch it while he's out of bounds. Doesn't go off his fingertips while he's out. Spectre recovers this in bounds. I think this is Buffalo ball. Let's see. When he gets possession, that looks... He's in. I think he looks in. I think that looks in. I think that's Buffalo football. The question is, did Spectre recover in bounds? Again, if he didn't, it's Pittsburgh ball at the 43-yard line, and that means that the Bills will be out of challenges. But this looks like Buffalo ball. The call stands. So Buffalo is out of challenges already. Wow. I don't agree with that one. Buffalo has no challenges for the rest of the game. I don't know if I agree with that one. I don't know if I agree with that one. New York must have seen things differently. I thought for sure Spectre recovered that ball in bounds. Play action. Rudolph looking, checks it down, finally going through his reads. It's a first down on the play. First time today they've crossed midfield. It's Allen Robinson on the grab at the Buffalo 46-yard line. Yes, hand had the ball after he dropped it back in bounds. Yeah, I didn't think it touched Farmouth afterwards. I really didn't think it touched him. First down handoff. Got a hold. It's the longest run of the day for Pittsburgh. It goes down to the 37-yard line. Najee Harris. That could take us to the end of the quarter. And officiating has been a storyline all season. We saw it yesterday in the Lions-Rams game with the offside play, the missed defensive holding. We saw it in the Packers-Cowboys game. Is Buffalo wasting their challenges in the first quarter? A dumb decision? Oh, God, no. God, no. The first one they won, and they got a turnover out of it. The second one they probably should have won. No, it's not a dumb decision. They didn't waste their challenges in the first quarter. I hate the rule that you get two challenges that you get punished for the challenge. They should not have lost their first challenge. I think they should have won the second one. It's a dumb decision to lose your challenges in the first quarter if you're challenging like 3-yard plays. But for that, it's not a dumb decision at all. I think they should have won the second one. They should have won both of them. All right, 2nd and 1. No one McDermott's up decision vids. I mean, it won't be about the challenges. I don't know if teams will be able to keep their timeouts if it's really conclusive, but I think it should be that you get 2 unsuccessful challenges. Not 2 you get 2 unsuccessful. So you only lose your challenge, like baseball. You only lose your challenge if it's unsuccessful. While they have challenges be like timeouts, if they reset each half, that would slow down the pace of the game tremendously. Because then Why not just challenge like random plays with like 2:30 left in the first half? Like the timeout might not mean anything. Best stadium in Steelers history, Three Rivers? Oh god, no. No, Acrisure is better. Three Rivers was a concrete jungle. It was a concrete dump. There was another, the stadium literally collapsed during a Steelers-Bills game back in the 70s. Which current stadium has the worst turf monster? I don't even think it's close. Is there any argument for a stadium not named MetLife? Is there any argument for not MetLife? I like the idea of only losing a timeout on plays that are confirmed. I feel like it gets too subjective then. It gets too subjective. Josh Allen of the Jags, Josh Allen of the Bills, or Josh Allen of the Bucks? I forgot there was a Josh Allen of the Bucks. Yeah, 2 challenges, only lose them, each one is successful. Yep, I agree. I agree. Baseball does it right. Volleyball does it right. I don't know why football can't do it. 2 challenges, if they're unsuccessful, you lose them. Yeah, BK, they've gotten lazy with the Whopperheads. They've gotten very lazy. They're coasting on their laurels. They're resting on their laurels. They're coasting. I don't remember a single lyric of any of the commercials this year with BK. Rudolph under center, 3 wide. They're going to hand off up the middle. It's a first down. Najee Harris breaks a tackle at the 30 and will go out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Najee Harris, gain of 11. And a first down. Again, this is game number 1 out of 2. After this, we will do the Eagles-Bucks game over on ESPN and ABC, although this game is going at snail's pace, so I don't know if we're going to... They might delay Eagles-Bucks a bit, because this game might not be over for a while. Best drive of the game for the Steelers. The drive started at their own 8-yard line. Now they are right outside the red zone at the 26. Who should the Jags take in the first round? Someone on the interior for the offensive line. Rudolph has to avoid the sack. He cannot. Down he goes to the 41-yard line. The swim move there by Gregory Rousseau, the former first rounder from Miami. It's the first time today the Steelers have fallen behind schedule. So you want the Pittsburgh's offense, they haven't lost yards on any play. That's just a swim move, just your basic spin move. Blowing by the rookie tackle, Broderick Jones. It's a loss of 15, 2nd and 25. Gregory Rousseau on the stop there. 5 sacks this season entering this game. 2nd and 21. They're going to call a draw play to Warren. Warren, I hate the call to run on 2nd and 21, but Warren might get some yards out of it, and he does get the yardage back down to the 25. All right, so no real harm done. 3rd and 9. You're dating Taylor Swift. I found Travis Kelce's alt account. Plankton War Pigs was your favorite AI cover. My favorite one is Squidward My Way. Squidward My Way is amazing. As long as all challenges in a game are successful, what should the limit be? None. None. You get 2 unsuccessful challenges. You get 2 unsuccessful challenges. You get 2 unsuccessful challenges. 3rd and 8. Rudolph won the play clock. They just get it off. 3 wide. Rudolph looking. He has to avoid the sack. He's going to look to throw. Checks it down to his tight end, Freiermuth, who will bowl over for the first down at the 13-yard line. Pat Freiermuth, the former Penn State tight end. Gain of 12 on the play, so nice job by Pittsburgh. They face 2nd and 26. They get it back, and it's a first down inside the 20. It's a good old-fashioned truck right there. Rudolph avoids the sack. Freiermuth working on the cornerback one-on-one. Just trucks over. Jalen Warren, spin move. Gain of 1 on the play. Down to the 12. I want to see that truck again. They didn't show... They cut away from the replay too early because they missed the start of the play. I want to see the truck move again. So that was one of the best trucks of the season. And Pittsburgh got the ball to start the game, so something to keep in mind, they do need something here to prevent this from getting really out of hand. Rudolph. Bill sends 6. There should be a flag, and that is. Yep, that absolutely is a flag. And if snowballs coming on the field, all right, they're going to have to... Snowballs were aimed at the ref. They're going to have to do something. That was clear PI too, Deontay Johnson. He's getting turned around. I mean, that's horse collar, PI, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you can call there 3 different flags in that one. That wasn't PI. He grabbed around the horse collar. No, that absolutely was that was catchable, even if it's not defensive holding. He grabbed him around the horse collar. He grabbed him around the horse collar. Again, if you remember, you can use show support with those flag emojis. No, that's absolutely a flag. Yeah, you can call like 5,000 for things on that one. First down, Rudolph under center. Receiver at the top of the screen, Miles Boykin. The give, Najee Harris stuffed. No gain on the play, brought down by Ed Oliver and company. Second goal at the 4. If a player threw a snowball, they would probably get a hefty fine from the NFL. A hefty fine. Second goal at the 4. Rudolph, empty backfield for the moment. 4 wide, 2 on the far side, 2 on the near side. Actually make it 5 wide. Second and goal. Rudolph looking. End zone. Out route. That is intercepted! Intercepted on the play by Kaiir Elam. So after all that, the best drive of the game, the controversy about the turnover potentially, it's all for nothing. The Bills take over at the 20. It's Elam. In a ball don't lie moment. Working on Deontay Johnson. It's a true ball don't lie moment right there. He got the knee in bounds, had control. It's been a rough start to Elam's career in the NFL. He's been a healthy scratch for some moments. The former first-round pick out of Florida. It's been a rough start for Elam in his NFL career. I think that goes without saying. But what a way to make your mark. First interception for him this season. And Pittsburgh's best drive of the day amounts in nothing. JJ really knows his sports. Let's go, JJ. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just rinse something out really quickly. Put in Pickett. Yeah, if he's healthy, you might have to go with him in the second half. This is just a one read show right now. Oh, man. Yeah, any fan that's... Yeah, they should be. They should be. It's going to be tough to identify, though. It's going to be tough to identify. Throwing snowballs are better than beer bottles? Yeah, but it's still bad either way. I love that ball don't lie reference. Nice. Are those Pierre... That's... Yeah, I have no clue what glasses these are. I have no clue. Favorite ice cream? Vanilla. Bills need a roof stadium. I agree. It's not because of the weather. It's more of if you're going to spend public money on a stadium, spend however much the stadium's going to cost the taxpayers of New York, it should be a year-round venue. They're getting hosed on this deal. It's a horrible stadium deal. You're telling me you're going to build a stadium, outdoor stadium in Buffalo, that can only be used for football because you can't use it for conventions or Final Fours or indoor concerts because there's no roof on it. I'm not saying, like if you want to make it so that, okay, we're going to put a retractable roof on this thing, but every game for football will be played outdoors with the roof open no matter what. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. You just can't... Yeah, I'm not saying like dome, I'm saying retractable roof. I just feel like every stadium now should have a roof. If you're building a football stadium now, not baseball, because that's used for so many events. That's used for 81 times a year. Cooking it too. If you're building a football stadium with public money, it should have a covering so you can use it year-round. That's what I would do. Beer bottles, snowballs, or lemons. I mean, beer bottles are glass, so that's the worst. Strangest things fans have thrown on the field in the NFL. Buffalo threw some sex toys on the field. That was something else. Second and 8, balls at the 22-yard line. Cook motions to Allen's other side. Steelers send 4. Allen looking wheel route to Cook. Cook tries to break a tackle. He cannot, down at the 24-yard line. 3rd and 6. You know, I'm not saying the Bills should play in a dome. I'm just saying they should play in a stadium with a retractable roof. You can play every game outdoors, but every stadium nowadays, if you're using public money, private money, do whatever you want. You want to build an outdoor stadium, you want to build a crazy stadium, private money, do whatever you want. But publicly funded stadiums should have a covering so you can use it year round. Because Buffalo will not host a Super Bowl, they won't host Final Fours, they won't host conventions, concerts year round. They're not going to do it with this new stadium. It's a horrible deal. New York's getting hosed. New York is getting hosed. Yeah, if you spend $1 billion, you should be able to use it more than 12 times a year, especially if it's public money. 3rd and 5, comeback route, caught, gain of 8. Diggs having a very nice day so far. Rough second half of the season for Diggs, but they're getting him involved really, really often. Yeah, that's my thing. Look, private money, do whatever you want. Private money, you want to build a $10 billion stadium with your own money and make it so it's impossible to use except for like one time a year, be my guest. I will say it's different in warmer weather climates. In warmer weather, it's different. Cook tries to get to the second level, and he does, down to the 41-yard line, gain of 9. This doesn't apply to like Florida or California or places that you have weather that can host stuff year round. Like Arizona, Chase Field. I was at the Billy Joel concert a month ago, and that was outdoors. That was outdoors. 2nd and 1, handoff, Cook, 1st down, and then some down to the 45-yard line on the nice cutback there. Voice brought down by slowest Steelers defenders, including number 94, Armand Watts. If they're a fan, they don't want to roof a stadium. I mean, it's not a matter of that. It's more of, I'm not saying the Bills shouldn't play outdoors. I'm not saying that. I have no problem if you want to say, look, we're going to play every game outdoors no matter the weather. We're going to leave the roof open for every football game. But we're going to have a retractable roof so we can use this thing every other time of the year. I have no problem with that. 1st down, Allen, play action. Steelers send the house. It's an attempted swing pass to target incomplete. Andy Isabella. Promo for the practice squad. That's a who he played for moment right there. Andy Isabella. Remember him from UMass? The Cardinals receiver. I believe it was a 3rd-round pick. Complete bust. I think he had that 90-yard touchdown on Thursday Night Football against the Niners a few years ago. Other than that, he did absolutely nothing. Listen to Tree stream and just name drop your play-by-play. Oh, that's awesome. I love Tree. Did you add the ad above the group chat? Did YouTube do that's YouTube. That's YouTube. I don't add any ads above group chats or anything like that. I don't add anything like that. 2nd and 10. Screen pass goes to Cook. Cook looking for a blocker. He won't get any help, but just gain a 2 on that one. Steelers read that one pretty nicely. Tackle on the play there made by Miles Jack, the former Jaguar. Came out of retirement to join the Steelers this year after trying to get into the plumbing business. Third and 8. Buffalo, again, they get the ball to start the second half. So, they score here. This could be very ugly. In 08, opposing team is complaining about the Cards keeping the roof closed because of the noise, complaining about false starts. Wow, that's crazy. Allen looking to take off. He's got some room to the 40. He's still going to the 35. Still going to the 30. Josh Allen! Josh Allen is going to the house! Touchdown, Bills! Josh Allen! 53 yards! Allen turning on the Jets! .53-yard run. Daniel Jones with a doer. Thank you so much. Is this the first fired offensive coordinator bowl in playoff history? Wouldn't shock me. Honestly, I think you might be right on that. Where both teams started the rest of the midseason. Horrible tackling there. And from that point, Allen just goes off to the races. And there's really nothing else to say right now. There's nothing else to say. This is just one team thoroughly outclassing another, as I think a lot of us saw coming. So many blowouts, yeah, but this one was expected to be a blowout. The Elam interception leads to an 80-yard drive. Josh Allen, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. He had one of the greatest games by any quarterback in wildcard history a few years ago against the Patriots. He's saying, I can show you something else. I can show you an encore. I can show you an encore if you want. Yeah, now they're using snow as confetti. I like that. Loose snow. I don't know if you want to throw loose snow. Be my guest. Be my guest. Snowballs. No place for that. You're ejected. But you want to use loose snow as confetti? By all means. By all means. Fake slide. They outlawed that. They outlawed that after the Kenny Pickett play in the. Honestly, it was Pickett. It was the reason that they outlawed that. You can't fake the slide, but Allen's not fake sliding. Allen's not fake sliding. Will the Packers beat the Niners? I don't think so. I don't think they will. I just don't trust Joe Barry's defense against San Fran. There's too many weapons. But I'll tell you this much, it will not be because of Jordan Love. Jordan Love is playing lights out. I think we're going to see a shootout in that game, but I will take the weapons that the Niners have. I just don't know if Joe Barry's defense can stop the Niners. Best website / app to study point spreads, line movement? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't really use a website to study point spreads and line movement. I guess Bovada has a lot. Bovada usually they show you that the casinos everywhere. The Coors Light commercials back in the mid 2000s where they had the guys and they ask questions and insert them into famous press conferences. Those were amazing. Those were some of my favorite commercials growing up. Those are my favorite commercials. Well, the Eagles or Bucks upset the Lions? I don't think so. I think the Lions, their toughest opponent was the Rams. I think Eagles or Bucks, I don't think they're as good. Video, Steelers fans get hit with snowballs? Oh, that stinks. There's no place for that. No place for that. Worst defensive coordinator ever. Been some bad ones, but worst ever. Whoever the coordinator of 66 Giants was. Who was the one of the 81 Colts too? Those are pretty bad. What would Tree thinks of the Steelers Bills game? He probably did not want to make the playoffs because it's just we're going to be in the same cycle all over again with Pittsburgh. It's so funny though because the Steelers make the playoffs just about every year and they have winning records and whatnot and they hate it and whatnot. And I would kill for that. Honestly, I would kill for mediocrity. I've lived my whole life as a 3-win, 4-win team. I would. I know it. I know how to say it now, but I would kill for consistent 9-win seasons, even if we don't go anywhere. Rip Tree and Friends. Put the backups in? No, it's way too early for that. Way too early for that. 7:01 left. It's been a stinker for Mason Rudolph today. Stinker for the Steelers offense. Should know Christian Benford with a knee injury, questionable to return. Tony Baselli is the only Jag in the Hall of Fame. At all. Torrey Holt probably will get in at some point. He played for the Jags for one season. Who'd be a better fit for the Cowboys, Vrabel or Belichick? I would say... That's tough. I'd probably say Vrabel. Does Pickett play second half? I would think there's a chance. I would think there's absolutely a chance. Hand off Najee Harris, get it too. If they don't score on this drive, I think he does. How are you getting a taste of that now with Doug? I mean, we went 1-5 the last 6. It's not really mediocre. Trust me, we're not winning 9 games next year. We're winning 5. We're a 5-win team next year. 5 appearances from Mike McCarthy on dumb decisions this year, but is he less than Ron Rivera? At least McCarthy can win some games, but I trust McCarthy more in meaningless situations. I don't trust either of them. That pass is low. It is dropped on the play by Darnell Washington, the rookie tight end out of Georgia. 3rd and 8. Rivera had one of the worst seasons by any coach of all time. This season for Rivera was one of the worst seasons by any coach of all time. Oh, Pop Ivy. Okay, I can't say Pop Ivy then. Chuck Weber, yeah, Chuck Weber's a good pick. Best mascot in history? Oh, I love Jackson DeVille. I love Jackson. What happens to the Jags win helmets? The season's over, so they're gone. Season's over, so they are bye-bye, dusted. We'll see them in 9 months. I'll bring them back for a while. Yeah, anytime the Jags look good, unravels quickly. Story of my life. Story of my life with this team. 3rd and 8. Rudolph hit as he throws, and that's a duck. And that is incomplete. Bills trying to run it back, but obviously that is... We're going to say this is a forward pass, and that definitely did look forward. 3-3 announced for Pittsburgh. And that's going to send Presley Harvin out to punt, and he's averaging about 33 yards a punt. Just drilled on that one by Ed Oliver, who's having a phenomenal day for Buffalo on this defensive line, the former first-round pick out of Houston. Rudolph is not getting it done. Carl Banks or Pepper Johnson. Better linebacker not named LT. Ooh, I'm going to go Banks, but that's tough. Pepper Johnson was a great player. I'm going to go Banks, but that's tough. Top 10 dumb decisions this season. They'll be an award show. We will do a dumb decisions award show. Don't worry, we will do that. That might be the first halfway decent punt of the day for Presley Harvin. It's down to the 21-yard line. It's about a 50-some-odd yard punt. That is actually a pretty good punt. So Buffalo takes over the 21-yard line. They get the ball to start the second half. If they score here and make it a 4-score game, this one is over. What would it take for Shad Khan to fire Doug and get Vrabel? Nothing. I wish we did, but nothing. Look, Khan is patient to a fault. That's the problem. Shad Khan is patient to a fault. It's terrible. He's patient to a fault. He doesn't fire coaches. He got scared off by what happened at Fulham a decade ago when they had 3 managers. He got relegated as a result. So he doesn't fire coaches. He gives people way too long of a leash unless you break his trust. And Doug Peterson won't do that. Best fullback ever. I mean, if we're talking like Jim Brown, but if we're talking like the traditional sense of fullback, like Mike Elstop. But if we're talking like Jim Brown was a fullback, so it's got to be Jim Brown. Pepper Johnson, Carl Banks, LT, best linebacker core of all time. I would say yes. Challenge. Get the Jags to the playoffs making 5 moves. All right, that's easy. We can do the easy way. Do the easy way. Ready? Trade for C.J. Stroud. Trade for Anthony Richardson. So the Texans have no quarterback. The Colts have no quarterback. So I guess we can do it like that. We can do it like that. What's the weather like in Phoenix? It's colder than normal, but it's still, I mean, I can't complain. It's like 50. I can't complain. It's awesome here. I love it. Oh, I forgot to update the leaderboard. My apologies. Hey, we're at $7 on that. Again, any donations get your question right away. Otherwise, just go the way they see them. We have a lot of people in the stream right now. We have over 120 people in the stream. Thank you so much. Shizzle is ripping his team into it. Yeah, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. This is bad. If the Jags get back to playoffs next season, Lawrence gets franchise tagged. I mean, he'll get the 5th-year option. My guess is we won't have to franchise tag because he'll do a 5th-year option, then we'll extend him. Anything goes as long as it's realistic. Okay, then we can't do that. All right. I mean, is firing Bulky realistic? I don't know if firing Bulky is realistic. Unfortunately with this team. Definitely just bulk the interior. That's really what it comes down to. Bulk up the interior. Bulk up the interior of the line. Zonka, Riggins are both very good, but Jim Brown was Jim Brown. Best Cowboys game I've ever seen? Honestly, Thanksgiving, Cowboys-Vikings 87 was a great game. Swing pass caught by Cook. Cook out of bounds to the 25-yard line. And that was a great game. Super Bowl 13. It's a bit overrated, but Super Bowl 13. The catch. The catch, Cowboys-Niners. You gotta do that. I don't really have a favorite Sabres team. Jags Steelers plus 97, perfectly balanced. Pretty much. Yeah, I think we all knew this was going to happen. Retro Bowl, I've not played. Retro Bowl. Cook tries to break a tackle, and he does, and he will... Does he get the first thing to say he's out of bounds at the 29-yard line? Broke the initial tackle by Alex Highsmith, would have been a loss of 2. Instead, it's 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2. Then a field goal game, that's a good pick. That's a very good pick. Yeah, biggest comeback Bills hits, what's that Bills Oilers game? And the Bills have no challenges, but yeah, that's the right call, obviously. He set down the 29. Switching over to your stream from Trees. Have you seen this Congrats Cowboys vid? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And thank you. I love Tree. I love Tree. I love Tree stuff. Derrick Henry to Philly. I think Henry will go wherever Vrabel goes. That's my guess. The handoff up the middle. Bust off of a tackle. Bust off his own guy. And it's the first carry of the game for Ty Johnson. It's a gain of 3. And it's a first down at the 33-yard line. 4.5 minutes left. Buffalo has 2 timeouts. Time not an issue. But again, remember that the Bills get the ball to start the second half. So this might be bad. This would be very, very bad. We have breaking news. Adam Peters is now the new general manager of the Washington Commanders. Also, best Cowboys game I saw Jags Cowboys last season. That was fun. First down. Allen looking, steps up, fires to the sideline, caught, first down on the play, and then some. Got some room to the 50, shaking to the 45, still going to the 40. 35 down is Deontay Hardy at the 33-yard line, from the 33 to the 33. Just like that. Deontay Hardy, gain of 34 yards. The Bills in field goal range already. Would I trade Lawrence for Prescott? No. Oh, God, no. Why would I do that? Prescott's older. And I like Lawrence a lot. I'm not giving up on Lawrence. Lawrence is still a very good quarterback. No, why would I trade Lawrence for Prescott? Jeff Garcia versus Flutie? Oh, it's not even close. It's Garcia. Flutie was not that good in the NFL. Garcia could play. Garcia was a top 10 quarterback at his peak. Cook pulls his way down to the 31-yard line. Yeah, no, it's not even close. Bills are playing mad on rookie. Seems that way. They adjusted the sliders for the one drive just to make it interesting. Favorite sports team in Pittsburgh? I got nothing against the Pirates. Definitely not the Steelers. We have a rivalry there. Khalil Shakir in motion. You got 2 wide lined up on the far side of the field. Josh Allen in the shotgun. 2:30 left. Ty Johnson in the back. Allen takes the snap. They send 4. Allen looking. Wheel route, ball is going to be incomplete. Intended target on the play was Johnson. Nice coverage on the play there by Walker. I love when he's wagging his finger like not in my house. Like, you're down 21-0. You're down 21-0. You're wagging your finger like you did something there. Bryce Young over Lawrence? Oh, God, no. God, no. That would get me to quit on the team. Young over Lawrence? God, no. That would be horrible. 3rd and 7. Now, Stroud over Lawrence, different story. But Young, not a chance in the world. 3rd and 7. Steelers send 4. Allen looks over the middle of the field, and that's tipped, and almost. He couldn't track the ball. Rowe could not track the ball at the end. He was waiting for it to come out behind him. It came out in front of him. Heck of a play by Rowe to tip it. I was thinking for a sec that could be a pick. Fourth and 7. Tyler Bass lining up for his first field goal of the game. And I will say, Bass, the extra points have not been that convincing, not been that long. 49-yard try. Can he reach in this weather? Cold weather. Again, the extra points have not been pretty for Bass today. And yeah, that was not good. It's blocked. And hang on a second. Pittsburgh has a chance here. They pick it up at the 30. Nope, they don't pick it up at the 35. Now they do at the 33. Pittsburgh's got the ball in great field position. That's what I was saying. Everything with Bass has been like a line drive. The last few extra points did not look pretty, even though they went in. Not talking height-wise, I'm talking distance-wise. So Steelers go over the 33-yard line. That's a huge swing. Huge swing. And no height whatsoever. It's like the last extra point. Favorite wrestler? Probably The Rock. Pittsburgh ball at the 33-yard line. Steelers have a chance to make it a 2-score game here. Romo just said Jay Feely was that bad kick. Oh, it absolutely was a bad kick. Of course, it was a line drive. There was no hang time. First down the 33-yard line. 2:14 left. Steelers have all their timeouts. Time not an issue whatsoever. Rudolph takes a snap. It's going to be a draw play to Warren. Warren cuts inside to the 30, to the 25. Shifty down to the 23-yard line. They're going to give him the first down after a gain of 10. That takes us to the 2-minute warning. Remember what I just said was halftime, so the block isn't meaningless. I mean, the clock went... He was probably joking because the clock went to 0 accidentally. Mike McCarthy or paper plates? Which is more trustworthy when things get hot? Paper plates don't call extra points down by 3 scores. Yeah, that was the first amount of game. I did a video on that a while ago. I did a video on how there was a blocked field goal in that game at the end, and they didn't show the ending of the game. So we got the Jags next year, draft interior offensive line, get Derrick Henry home, free agent receiver, draft or sign interior defensive line, hire a good DC. Yeah, it depends what we do with DC. I think we're going to go Wink Martindale. I really think we're going to go Wink Martindale, which I'm very skeptical of. Very, very skeptical of. Tree, this is where the comeback begins. They give you the false hope. They give you the false hope. Well, the Dolphins signed Tua to an extension. I think they're going to let him play one more year. I think they're going to play it. They're going to play it out. I think they're going to play it out. They won't sign him to an extension. They play it out. I wouldn't sign him to an extension. Not yet. He hasn't proven anything that he can take it to the next level. I do that, and then worst case, you just franchise him following year if you can't get into a long-term deal after that. Keller with the 2-earth. Video call was great today. Go Bills. Thank you so much, Keller. Yeah, Keller is in our Baselli tier, and we had a really fun conversation today. If you're the Baselli tier, you get video call once a month, and we had a really, really fun call today. So nice meeting you and your friend. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, that's a good blueprint. That's a very good blueprint. I don't think Henry's going to come here, though. I don't think Henry would. He's still a number 1 back. I don't see how he fits in with Doug Peterson's offense. That's the other thing. He's definitely a smash mouth guy. The Gronk kick last year was so fake, I saw a video on YouTube about it. Do I have news for you? Who made that vid? Yeah, I thought Gronk made the kick too at first, and then I was like, wait, he missed? Because there were fireworks that blasted. The problem with that production was that there were fireworks that blasted. People were celebrating. I was like, what? Like, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. How's it going, Benjamin? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. The dumb decision video, forgot to mention how bad Quinn's defense was yesterday, calling cores despite knowing Green Bay was right about. Yeah, that was the worst game he's called. I like him a lot. That was the worst game he's called. Windows, Mac, or Linux. I would say Mac. I'm a Mac person. Just I'm always most comfortable with. It runs the fastest for me. It's easiest for me to do. Simulcast, which one was worst I've seen? Ooh. Rudolph over the middle of the field. Ball is caught down to the 18-yard line. Now you figure if you're Buffalo, do you start thinking about taking timeouts? If you're Buffalo, because time's not an issue for Pittsburgh. And there was a clock stoppage. Did McDermott call timeout? They did. Oh, yes. Let's go. Let's go. Smart play, McDermott. Smart play. Smart play. Like I said, if you're Buffalo, think about taking timeouts because time's not really an issue for Pittsburgh. You want a chance to get the ball back potentially. You're moving the ball pretty well. Why not? Why not? Simulcast, which one's worse I've seen? Dude Perfect is insulting in terms of it gets worse every time. I think Dude Perfect is the worst because it just keeps getting worse. Toy Story was... The one you couldn't watch the game on was Toy Story because you couldn't watch the game on Toy Story. You couldn't. They didn't have the technology. They didn't, like, plays were happening that never happened. They didn't show the field half the time. The Toy Story is probably the worst, but in terms of how they're constantly screwing up, it's Dude Perfect. 2nd and 4, balls at the 18. I've not done a video about that 1980 game. I did a video on the first game that they had in 1980, the controversial no-call pass interference. Tony Hill. Low snap, 2nd and 4. Rudolph. Out route ball is caught out of bounds. First down of the play by Pickens at the 14-yard line. But I'm definitely thinking about doing a video on that. I've thought about doing like a documentary-style video on that because that was a win where no one was happy. The Eagles were not happy because they lost, and the Cowboys were not happy because they had a huge lead and then they choked the lead away, and that's how they lost the division because they would have won the division if they won by a certain amount of points. Yeah, it feels like an eternity ago since the McDermott comments happened. I don't think anyone was calling for his head for the comments. The start, yes. The comments, no. I mean, I think it was just like, I don't think it was offensive. I think it was just how stupid can you be. It was one of those timeouts called Warren on the handoff down to the 10. Buffalo burns the final timeout. It was one of those like Michael Scott trying to like coach up a football team. That was what that was. I didn't take any offense to those comments at all. It was almost like that's the example he came up with. It was just hysterical. Because like the whole article also talked about how bad some of his speeches were. Did I do a video about the no call? Yes, I did. I did a video about the no call and how that was one of the worst calls of all time. Where is it? Link it. The worst calls in conference championship history. I have that at number 2. Number 1, I think, was worse. Yeah. Number 1, there was a play that was worse. It was the Don Chandler Packers called 65 field goal. I gotta say, I'm glad that out of all the studios for game shows and stuff, the one that didn't change much was CBS. Yeah, CBS, it's been classy. Their bug is very classy. They're very minute changes. I like it. They nailed it right. Slant route caught, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rudolph finds Deontay Johnson, and the Steelers get their first points of the game, 21-6. But again, go back to coaching. That's why you take the timeouts if you're McDermott smartly, because now you have time. Now you have time to do something. Slant route there, Deontay Johnson. He's had a pretty solid season with the Steelers. 5 touchdowns, 51 catches, 7-17 entering this game. Extra point is up, and it is right down the middle for Boswell. Would Ravens-Bucks be the first Super Bowl with 2 Heisman-winning QBs? I think so. Off the top of my head, I think so. Thoughts on the Chargers interviewing Harbaugh? I think that means he's gone. I said that I didn't know if Harbaugh was going to take an NFL job unless he interviewed. But I said if he interviewed, he'd be gone. If you're interviewing Harbaugh, he's going to be the guy. I think he's going to be the guy. Treat us out like the Limu Emu commercials. They're better than the, I will say this, they're better than the ones where they're standing outside the Statue of Liberty. I will say that. I will say this. They've been running the Hit by a Baby Piano for the whole season. Like, build on the storyline. You have a storyline there. Why are you not building off of it? You're going to show the same ad for 5 months in a row? Like, come on. Yeah, those are fun times during Week 12 when the Bills were 6-6. Yes. Did I hear about the YouTuber spent $50K to have a video made of him with a cart? Oh, God, no. That seems like a waste of money. How is it that tackles leave a beat early every single play this year and never get called? I mean, they do get called. It's the Jawan Taylor thing. Sometimes it's really good get-off speed, and sometimes when it's like blatantly bad, it's not. Daniel Johnson with a $5. Thank you so much. You should do a video about the 95 playoff game between the Colts and the Chargers. No network won it. It conflicted with the Holiday Bowl. Crazy times. Yeah, if you've not seen that video, I put it out on Saturday. For those who don't know, thank you so much, Dan, for the $5. For those who haven't seen the video, I put out a documentary about the Colts-Chargers game from 1995. 15-minute documentary, literally 15-minute documentary on just why the schedule was bizarre with that game. So go check that out if you haven't already. Let me figure this out. First out over the middle of the field. Ball is caught. Gain of 4 by Diggs. 2nd and 6. The weirdest ad ever? Yeah, Puppy Monkey Baby. And Diggs is hurt. Diggs is hurt on the play, and Buffalo doesn't have a timeout. I think probably Puppy Monkey Baby was that it was just weird for the sake of being random. It was just, oh, here's all these random stuff. We're going to try to create this viral thing. And I don't really like it. Try too hard. Maybe Liberty Mutual runs a replacement, or Super Bowl commercial where the Doug's replacement gets hit by the baby grand piano. Ooh, I could see that. The one we're going to do a video on in like 5 years' time is M&M's. I'm going to do a video on M&M's with the Maya Rudolph thing and how they botched that. So Diggs, put on the play, 10-second runoff as a result, because the Bills don't have any timeouts. So, 77 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 5. That's a great figure to say. Thank you so much. I love doing those documentary style vids. I really do. They take a lot of work, but they're a lot of fun to write. They're a lot of fun to put the puzzle pieces together. I like putting the puzzle together with that. So, now, they didn't look dirty at all. What NFL sim do I hate the most? I mean, FedEx Field's kind of a dump. MetLife, I think, probably MetLife. Down to the 39-yard line over the middle, gain of 9, first down. Just because MetLife is soulless. It looks like an office building. The turf, it's so dull and dry and gray. You look at what they paid for it compared to what Cowboys Stadium or AT&T Stadium was built for at half the price. It's ridiculous. Allen has to avoid the sack, and he cannot. Down he goes to the 32-yard line. Down he goes to the 32, brought down on the play by Marcus Golden. We're in this game with 4 sacks. Loss of 7. First time today that the Bills have gone into Allen. The Bills are not in any real hurry here. They might be content to just take it into the half. I think that's what they're going to do. 2nd and 17, they're not going to try anything at the 32-yard line. I don't know about that. I probably would call a play with 20 seconds left. You don't really have anything to lose. But they're not going to try anything. Just probably a run play here, 2nd and 17. They'll just... Pittsburgh calls a timeout with 2 seconds left. Oh. I guess he wants to set the defense up. Yes, Steelers got down. So Steelers have 2 timeouts left. I don't know, dumb decision. I think you just want to get the defense set up. But just delaying the inevitable. At what point did I realize the Jags season was over? After we lost to the Browns. Honestly, after we lost to the Browns, I was like, we're screwed. I knew it at 8 and 5. I was like, at 8 and 5, we're not doing this thing. We're not winning this thing. I said at 8 and 5. I was like, our defense is falling apart. I don't know what happened to the defense. Trevor's hurt. We're screwed. The worst logo ever? Ooh. I guess it's a smart timeout for Pittsburgh because now they can line up in a kneel down formation instead of trying to run play. All right, so that takes us to the half. The Bills in control of this one. They got the ball to start the second half. They lead it 21-7. 7-2 matchup that a lot of people expected to be one-sided, and it has been so far, though Pittsburgh did strike with 2 minutes left. I will put in the chat, who do you think is going to win this game? Put a poll in there, and Buffalo gets the ball to start the half. Yeah, if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. No, Tomlin, no, because you risk the possibility that Buffalo would score and make it a 3-score game. Tomlin should not have called it sooner. He made the right call. I think, if anything, Buffalo should have shown some urgency with 20 seconds left. Let's see, worst team logo ever. I mean, the Niners logo back in the 90s was terrible. I don't know what they were thinking with that one. If you know what I'm talking about, the Niners logo was god-awful. I don't know what they were thinking. They fortunately changed it before it ever got used, but that has to be the worst. Which aggregate besides Dov is the worst? I mean, Dov is the worst. Dov is the absolute worst. Probably... NFL Draft Diamonds is pretty bad. I mean, their website is unusable. They tweet so much. It's like it's a burden. All right, so vote that poll. Who do you think is going to win this game, Bills or the Steelers? Right now, we got 110 people in the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the action. When we go live and when we do videos, we go live for every playoff game minus the Super Bowl. Enjoy the Super Bowl with your friends and family. I will be enjoying with my friends in person. Although I love you guys, I'll be enjoying it with my friends in person. Having some people over for the game. So, every playoff game, though, we're doing that. We're also doing trivia every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're also doing Monday night streams starting next Monday. Obviously, we're doing the Eagles-Bucks game today. But we're doing Monday night streams after, for the rest of the offseason. We're doing those. We'll Just do Q&A, some GeoGuessr, have some fun. We'll just see where it goes. I'll do some variety stuff with like sports happening on the air. Maybe play color commentary on different sporting events taking place. And we will do that. UFL streams taking place starting when the league begins in March. We got a lot of cool stuff on the channel. On top of that, we have videos every day. We have the Peacock video come out. We have the Steelers, or not the Steelers, Bills. Hang on, people are tweeting about me about the Steelers timeout. I'm just gonna put out a tweet really quickly. Worst Kleiman tweet. Oh, pick your poison. Probably the ones that he sent from the account that he hacked. Hang on. Just doing some really quickly. Just tweeting something out. Yeah, no dumb decision there. No dumb decision there. I had no problem with that. I would have done the same thing. The Cards Cart logo, I like the Cards Cart logo. I do like that. The best QB to not make the Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era, it's Fouts. It's Fouts. The stream just died. Oh boy. When Wendy's said no chill. Yeah, Wendy's was really the first. Wendy's was really the first brand that acted like a snarky person and didn't act like a brand. It worked for them. It absolutely worked for them. So again, we got a lot of stuff happening, stream-wise, video-wise. Videos coming out every day. We don't take days off on this channel. We just power through. I should also note that the the D with the horse in it is great. The old logo, the drunken horse from the 60s, is horrible. That was such a bad logo. But obviously the D logo, I think it's better than the current logo they have. I don't like these wide logos. I don't like the Ravens, the Broncos. I don't like the logos that they don't like stretch well. The logos that are like too stretchy. I like compactor logos, like not roundels necessarily. Like I think NBA is getting a bit too samey with roundels, but I don't like super lengthy wide logos, like heads like that. But I should say, no, Danny White's not in the conversation. No. For best quarterback to never make it, you're not going to put Warren Moon in, but you're going to put Danny White? No, not at all. Come on. Danny White's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong. He's up there, but I can't say Danny White is a better quarterback to never make the Super Bowl than Warren Moon. I can't say that. Not a chance in the world. Yeah, Cowboys logo is great. Chargers, I'll make an exception. So it's for Bills and Chargers, I'll make an exception for. But Patriots, yeah. Yeah, I guess Bills and Chargers I'm fine with. Because Bills isn't really off center. That's the other thing. Yeah, Warren Moon. Okay. So we're on the same page there. Warren Moon too. All right. We're on the same page there. I'm just turning on a fan really quickly. Give me one quick second. Just turning on a fan. Turning down the temperature just because it's getting a bit hot in here. Give me one quick second. Just turn on the fan. Just so that we have... so it's not insanely hot in here. Because it is getting very, very hot in here. All right. So yeah, we got a lot of streams coming up. Tomorrow we'll have a video out. If something dumb happens in one of the two games, it's going to be a dumb decisions video. If something doesn't happen that's dumb, I have a video planned that I've been thinking about. I'll probably do it either way. We might just have 2 uploads tomorrow. Worst case scenario, or I guess best case scenario for you guys. Worst case scenario for my body. Best case scenario for you guys. We also have a video on JG9 News. We got a lot of videos out on JG9 News. Channel's doing really, really well. I just talk about the NFL on that channel. Just talk about random happenings in the NFL, so go check that out if you haven't already. Basically, it's completely unscripted. I just talk about random stuff that's happening. So, the last video I did, I talked about the schedule, and did they make the right call with the schedule in terms of did they make the right call with the schedule in terms of picking the games, in terms of the times for the games and the networks? Did they make the right call? Any shocks? What does this mean? Talked about that. Go check it out if you haven't already. A lot of other stuff on JJ9 News as events happen. Just something to keep in mind. Yeah, I love the lawsuit logo. I feel like I'm a hypocrite because I said I don't like those logos like that, but then the Jags logo is a very blatant violation of that. But it's a very blatant violation of that one. Badges and cupcakes for coworkers with the team logos and icing. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Easiest was Colts and Bears. Yeah, Colts with a horseshoe. I'm guessing the easiest for you would be Colts and Cowboys. Colts and Cowboys would be the easiest. That's my guess. Because Cowboys are just a star, and the Colts is just a U. Yeah, Eagles and Pats, that had to be tough. That had to be tough. If the Texans lose, JJ9 going to celebrate like Stone Cold Steve Austin and bash two cans together. I really don't hate the Texans. I got to be honest. I don't hate the Texans at all. I have nothing against them. I don't want them to make the Super Bowl. I don't want them to beat us to the punch, but I have nothing against the Texans whatsoever. Like, they've never done anything to us. They've never done anything to us. Like, Titans, yes. Colts, yes. But did I used to buy those NFL helmets for a quarter, those vending machines? Oh, of course I did. Of course. Hang on. I gotta show you something. Hang on a second. Time out. I'll show you a few things. Number one, these are all these pocket helmets I have of every single NFL team just collected over the years. Got every single team in here. I also have something else to show you. I have not found a place to put it in the studio. I've not found a place for this yet. Or anywhere. I've not found a place to put it. I don't know if I am ever going to find a place to put it. But I love it. I love it so much. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I have this. This is from, has to be from the 70s. It's every mini helmet, like the ones that you see in the vending machines. I have this. See the throwback Bucks, the Seahawks and whatnot. This has to be from like 78 or something. I don't know the exact year this would be from, but I mean, my guess is I didn't change the order of these, so my guess is that Colts are up here. That's Baltimore. It goes in order of the city. So my guess is that this has to be from like 78 or something. But yeah, I've got that. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I haven't. I don't know what I'm going to do with it necessarily, but I do have a lot of pocket helmets. I do have a lot of pocket helmets, a lot of cool stuff. Of course I collected those. I collected the pencils too. I collected those NFL pencils that they had back in the day. Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. Yep, we had the Titans and Colts. Yep, screw both. Yep, I am a Jaguars fan. BA since Bill Simmons was red. So probably, oh yeah, so there'd probably be 80, it had to be then between 80 and 83. Oh wait, I didn't even check. Wait, the Bengals helmet had it wasn't the Bengals wording. It was the stripes. So obviously it's got to be 81 to 83. Thoughts on the Bears logo change? Going with the bear head. I like the bear head better. The C is off balance. The C is not symmetrical. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some other like pocket helmets that I've got. I've got some cool stuff. I've got also the oh, maybe I was the one that rearranged the helmet order then. Maybe I was the one that rearranged the helmet order then. I've also got every Super Bowl pocket helmet from 1 to 44. They stopped making them after 44. I don't know why. I hate it so much. I wish they kept doing it. Because those pocket helmets were so cool for the Super Bowl. But I have everyone 1 through 44. The handheld football game, I did not have that. I did have electric football. I did have that. That was a bust. That looks so cool. You look at you look at the box and like, oh, this is gonna be so cool. I'm gonna play this so much. And then you play it for like a minute. It's like, what the heck do you even do? Most valuable autograph I have. Tony Baselli, I got his autograph at the Hall of Fame with the lawsuit logo Jaguar full-size helmet. I also have Lawrence Taylor's autograph on a full-size Giants helmet. A fat head of the Bears logo. Oh man, I need a. You know what I need? I need a fat head of the Detroit Tigers logo from the 50s. That's what I need. A fat head of the Tigers logo from the 50s. That would be the greatest fat head of all time. Just like you bring someone home and you go into the bedroom and it's just a giant fat head of the Tigers logo from the 50s. Diecast cars? I don't think I had those, no. VCR quarterback? I did not have VCR quarterback. No, I did not have VCR quarterback. If the Night Jags win the Super Bowl, I think they win. Because they beat every team not named the Titans. I think we win that game. It's a great game, but I think we win it. Face? Oh, I remember Face. I was terrified of Face. I was terrified. That was the creepiest mascot. Just a giant face. I was terrified. I was terrified. Are you kidding me? Is mayonnaise an instrument? I guess anything can be an instrument. Anything can be an instrument if you wanted to. Horseradish, maybe not, but mayonnaise is. Yeah, but I do remember Face. I grew up on Face. I hated that thing. Now, Moose and Z, different story. Moose and Z were the bomb. Moose and Z were amazing. And that was Noggin, but... All right, 88% of you run with Buffalo. They kick off deep, and this will be a touchback. So we're starting the third quarter. And here we go. Opinion on the logo color controversy, just a weird coincidence. Very weird coincidence. There was no real controversy there. It's just a funny coincidence. I like what they do with the logos now. It's like you have a template, but it's stylized based on the city. I like it. There's more creativity. Instruments of torture? Those are not instruments. No. Glad to say I'm not the only one who puts the helmets in front of the TV based on the matchups. Yeah. I mean, this is what I want to do with the studio. What I want to do with the studio is when the matchups are happening, just change the helmets around. So it looks different every time. I was like, I need the studio to not be... It's over the middle drop by Dawson Knox. That one's incomplete. He never made a football move. The studio, I was like, I cannot have a stationary studio. Like I'm not like... I don't want to take this as like a knock on Grossi or anything, like, because I love Tom Grossi. But like his studio is the same for every stream. Like no matter if the Packers are playing or if it's another team playing, it's the same studio. It's the Packers stuff in the background and whatnot. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to have something where I could change it based on the teams playing and the teams I was talking about. I didn't just want the same background for every time. I don't smoke. No, I do not smoke. It smells horrible too. Out of the box, yeah, PB&J Otter. Yeah, that era of playoffs Disney. Second down, Allen going to go down for the second time today at the 18-yard line. So back-to-back drives. Allen's been sacked. It's Highsmith on the stop. Alex Highsmith entered this game with 7 sacks on the season. 3rd and 18. Levi Pats scored on the Bears. The Bucks, week 1, they scored on the Bears. Worst weather game I've seen? Oh, there have been some bad ones. I would say... The worst is probably Buccaneers Chiefs 79 or Steelers Dolphins 07. Steelers Dolphins 07, it's got to be. 3rd and 17. Allen just going to check it down to his running back. That is Latavius Murray, who's down to the 26-yard line. No flag for a late hit. Brought down by Miles Jack. 3 and out. The mid-80s, best team, 84 Niners. 84 Niners. So it's a 3 and out. I will say, Pittsburgh's defense, 7 points were allowed off of bad field position, but they've been playing pretty well as of late. AI mascots, probably not anytime soon for like the big sports. The punt here by Martin. Field at the 28-yard line. No fair catch. Going to go to the 30, 35. Still going down to the 40-yard line. It's Calvin Austin. Gain of 12 on the return. It's a net of just about 40 yards. Just about. Actually, worse than that, 34 yards. I don't know what I was talking about. Pittsburgh goes at the 40-yard line. Again, as a reminder, we are doing tonight's game between the Eagles and the Bucks. We're doing that game over on ESPN and ABC. We'll be live streaming the action there. We're also going to be doing every game of the divisional round. We're going to be doing trivia Wednesday night. We're going to be doing a lot of streams, a lot of videos, so make sure to keep an eye on that. Again, any donations, get your question right away, otherwise I just go in the order. I see the questions, and if we do hit 250, whatever jersey you want me to wear, I will wear it for the next stream when I can get it online. So just something to keep in mind. Thank you guys for loving the support. This has been a fun stream so far. Just want to make sure I got everything in order, and then we're good. Should weed be sold at concessions? God, no. You want to get people to stop going to NFL games? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I would never go to another NFL game if they sold weed at the stadium. Like, if there's a stadium that sells weed, I would never go. I would never go. It smells awful. It smells awful. That was honestly my biggest thing with marijuana becoming legal. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, you want to smoke, just be responsible about it. You want to do that, but don't do it around people. That's why I think cigarettes are the same way. You want to smoke? I mean, do what you want to do. But don't force other people to reek in your smell. Cocaine, I would. Cocaine, I would. Because that doesn't smell. That doesn't smell. There's a difference. Cocaine doesn't reek. Obviously, don't do it, but it doesn't reek. Same thing with like beer. I don't drink, but it's not that I don't go to games because there's alcohol. Like, I have no problem with that. It doesn't smell. The last thing I want to do is be at a Snoop Dogg concert watching a football game. Imagine there was a game that sold guns. Well, there was talk about, what was it, Arkansas? Like, you could do concealed carry in a stadium. They were talking about that. It's like, oh, God. Yeah, that would be absolutely not. Absolutely not. A referee makes a bad call, you just shoot him? Oh, God, no. Should the loose continuity of the triangles be added to Colts history? No, I wouldn't say that. I would not. They've got weird history enough as it is. Like, Miami Seahawks are technically not even part of that. We consider that before we do the Colts. Before the triangles, I mean. First down, the 40-yard line. Rudolph is still in the game. They are not making a switch, and we have a false start on the play. Back him up 5. Most underrated mascot? Probably Dolphins mascot. Dolphins mascot's cute. Jags hire Matt Canada as OC, Press Taylor as head coach. God, no. God, no. So we know Roy Green. Great player. Great player. Like, personally, I don't know him, but great player, obviously. Play action. Rudolph over the middle of the field. Ball is caught. First down the play, and then some to the 50. Down to the 46-yard line. Deontay Johnson, who got the touchdown earlier. It's a huge gain there. He had about 19 yards and a first down. And we have an injured Bill. That's Terrell Bernard. And this is a Buffalo linebacking core that lost Matt Milano earlier in the season in that London game against the Jaguars. Linebacking core that's definitely taken some beatings this year, and Bernard would be a big blow. He's probably the best linebacker on this team right now. The reason they weren't strong was because you took off a jersey and now they're playing better. You know, could be. You know, jinxes like that. I believe in them. I'm superstitious like that. Favorite player currently? I love T-Law. Look, I love Trevor Lawrence. I love the man. But I would say, yeah, I'm still gonna go T-Law. That's my favorite. Right, that's the thing. Like, Seahawks and Colts have nothing to do with the current Colts. The 50 Texans somewhat related. Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, the Seahawks don't have anything to do with the Colts, and we don't talk about them. The Triangles definitely not. That's what I mean. Like two very different things. The Seahawks have more of a tie than the Triangles do. Dolphins mascot is so cute, and TD gave me a high five and hug when I went to a game. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love mascots interact with the crowd like that. Don't be one of those superstitious people. I always I had an idea for an app that I just don't know how to implement it, but I feel like it could take off. I had an idea for an app, but I don't want to say it on the air, but it deals with something like superstitions. How much do you have to donate for me to do a video on the triangles? I mean, in the tiers, if you're in like one of the tiers, there's like a thing where you get video topics to request. So could do that. Could do that. I mean, triangles are a fascinating team. I love the name, the Triangles. I love that. So we have the injured Bill Bernard, first down at the 46-yard line. Again, we're doing the Eagles-Bucks game tonight on ABC. That game starts at 8:15 Eastern. I'll go live for that one at 8:05. Though this game is going to take a while. We are just 2 minutes into the third quarter. It's been 2 hours. We might be in some trouble. This game might take a bit. Yeah, there was Buffalo Bills in the AFL. There was. Which Houston team has the best chance to win a championship in a couple of years? I mean, the Astros make the ALCS just about every single year, so I'd say Astros until proven otherwise. Well, the Colts were absorbed into the NFL, but then they stopped after 1950. Browns, Niners, Colts were the three teams. The Colts stopped after the Colts folded after 1950. Was pizza even a thing in America back when the Triangles played in the 20s? And they have to bring the card out for Bernard. Oh, that stinks. So no Milano, no Bernard. Oh, man. It's a big blow to the Bills. That stinks. Devin Hester, Hall of Famer? Yeah, greatest chairman of all time. Yeah, absolutely. I think he is making the Hall this year. I really do. Honestly, doesn't look that bad. Sometimes you can tell with injuries and whatnot. Like you can tell that's not supposed to go that way. That didn't look terrible. Coyotes are probably gonna go to Mesa. Probably get the Mesa Arena deal. Now, if they don't get the Mesa deal, probably Houston. Yeah, there was a whole petition to get the Bills in the NFL back in the 50s. There was a whole petition. A whole movement that was like, wait, you're not going to take the Bills? But they're doing pretty well. Minute Maid Park on favorite stadiums. I've never been to Minute Maid, so I can't really rank it. Seems nice. I've never been to Minute Maid, though. I want to go to all 30 ballparks. I think that's every baseball fan has a goal to get to all 30 ballparks. I think I'm at the 7 or 8. Staley the Bear came to your elementary school for an assembly? That's awesome. That's awesome. First down the 46-yard line after the 19-yard gain by Deontay Johnson. Rudolph under center. You got 2 wide, 1 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Najee Harris in the backfield. Rudolph drops back. 5-step drop. Looking sideline, and that is going to be intercepted. Dropped. Wow. Right in his hands, too. Elam almost had his second pick of the afternoon. All out of sorts there. Steelers receiver stumbled there. I think Elam. Yeah, that should have been a pick. I don't know if he would have got the second foot in. I mean, it's just a moot point at this point. He would have got he would have got 2 feet in. That should have been a pick. What happened to Tony Brackens? I mean, I don't know what happened to him. He's the best pass rusher we've had. No, actually, Josh Allen's the best one, but Tony Brackens number 2. I don't know what happened to him after he played, but I like him. Very good player. Rudolph hit as he throws, but still delivers a dime at the 34-yard line. Catch there made by George Pickens, picking apart the Bills' defense. Gain of 12 and a first down. So missed opportunity there for Buffalo on the drop pick by Elam. The Steelers capitalize it. Now they're in field goal range. So look now, touchdown here makes it a 1-score game. Was Tim Brady worth a 6-round? Tim Brady was not worth a 6-round pick. He did nothing. But Tom Brady, different story. Do I play Madden 24? No, I have not bought the new Madden. I haven't had time to play, and the games have gone downhill lately. Met Dante Hall, that's awesome. Chill guy, that's great to hear. He seems like a really chill guy. False start on the play, so blow it dead. 12 with 7 left. 2 false starts on this drive now for Pittsburgh. Bit out of sync in that regard. Move back to the 39. Yeah, no, old history is fascinating. The best is I've read stories from the 20s. I've looked at schedules of they're scheduled to play this team, and then a week later they're playing a different team, but there's no explanation. There's nothing. They just the Packers are scheduled to play this team, and then it's announced Packers have this game playing, They're playing this team. It's a completely different team than the one they were supposed to play. And there's no explanation given as to why it happened or like anything about them canceling. They just changed the opponent on the day of the game. It's fascinating. I'm sure they don't change on the day of the game, but you read the paper, it's like, oh, you think you're playing this team, but no, they're playing a completely different team. Comeback route caught by Fryermuth, a tight end. Gain of 9, second and call it 6. Yeah, I know Brady got drafted by the Expos. I haven't seen the video of the alternate universe, but I do know he got drafted by the Expos. How come many players wear dark visors during night games? That's a good question. Probably just force of habit. They're used to it at this point. It's how they see the game. Like, the amount of stuff I could do from the 20s is amazing. I'm going to try to do more videos from the 1920s this offseason and the 30s. Because the Frank Coughlin vid did really well. Now, I don't know if that was because of Staley. I framed it as that. It's a bit misleading on the thumbnail. Handoff. Warren, first down at the 23-yard line. And we have another injured Bill. Now, don't show Warren. Show the Bill limping. No, there's a Bill that's limping on the play. I think it's Hyde. I think Hyde came up limp. And now they're showing it. Okay. Micah Hyde came up limp on that one. Bill's even taking a beating right now. First down the 23-yard line. I do not have a Buccaneers Bucko Bruce helmet. I wish I did. I do not have Bucko Bruce. Otherwise, I would display that proudly. Handoff goes to Najee Harris. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Greg Diner in the garage here. Welcome to the JG9 fam. As a member, you get a lot of cool perks, including your name of the individual video, members only Q&A streams, and you get to use emojis like the Bills logo and the Steelers logo and the Terrible Towel logo. You can stomp on that if you're a Jaguars fan. Thank you so much for being in the garage here, and thank you for being a member. Greatly appreciate it, man. Greatly appreciate it. The Q&A stream, the next one we're doing is Tuesday the 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So bank on that. Handoff, Najee Harris, balled up in the line. Once again, nothing doing. Thrown down there by Shaq Lawson. It's not 4-down territory just yet. There's a lot of time left, obviously. Having said that, at what yard line do you consider it? 4th and 9, you're kicking the field goal. Obviously. 4th and 6, you're kicking. 4th and 3, what do you do? Oh, won't let you order. Oh, that's odd. But thank you for renewing. That is odd. You probably need about 6 yards to make it 4-down territory here. Rudolph in the gun, 4 wide, takes a snap, 5 cent. Rudolph fires past the sticks. High throw, incomplete, intended target for Pickens, and now the field unit will come on the field. So Bills, Hyde gets started on that drive. Bernard gets started on that drive. We don't know how he'll probably be out for the rest of the game. He was carted off. But they do bend but not break. What celebrity have I met that was more chill than I expected them? I mean, not really any. I mean, look, if you just treat celebrities like normal people, you don't bother them. You don't bother celebrities. You just treat them like normal people. You don't interrupt them when they're doing something. Like, they're pretty chill. They're people. People are people. That's the Petro would say. Kick is good by Boswell. It's a 41-yard kick. Steelers score the last 10 points. They trail 21-10. Still down by 2 scores. But they are slowly but surely cutting into the deficit. Yeah, I don't think the Wranglers would ever come back. Arizona is not built for spring football. Because the second half of the season would be in Tempe when college kids are away. Just attendance has not been good for spring football. And there's a lot of competition in Arizona. Jacksonville could do a really good job with spring football. I believe it. They support all their teams really well. There's no pro sports teams there besides the Jags. I think they could do really well with spring football. Did I do a video on the Dwight Clark catch game when Dallas almost scored right after that and completely nullified it? I've not, but I think there was a documentary on that. What took Kansas City so long to get pro sports teams? It really just, a lot of it came down to, again, before the Dodgers or the Giants moved out west, no one really went past the East Coast. Chicago, Detroit, that was about as far as you went. Because they had good rail systems and they had the infrastructure in place. That's as far as you went, essentially. So traveling was a pain in the butt. It took a while. If the Bills win, closest game next week, most likely upset next week. Most likely upset, say Texans Ravens. The closest game, you're probably looking at Bills Chiefs. What's Phoenix like during the summer? You want to stay inside. I'll put it that way. Best sports commissioner, Don Garber. Don Garber, best sports commissioner. He saved MLS. He saved MLS. But yeah, during the summer, I'll put it this way. You want to be inside. It is 100 degrees at night. There's a reason we play all our baseball games indoors. It's 115 degrees. And look, it's a dry heat. I know everyone says that. And it is true. When it's 105 in Phoenix and it's a dry heat versus 80 in Florida, yeah, I'm taking the 105 in Phoenix any day of the week. But once it gets to 115, 120, once it gets to 115, that's the threshold where it's like, okay, this is brutal. Anything under 115 I can deal with. 115 and up, it's bad. New Orleans is not a great economy. Smaller TV market, smaller population. That's really what it comes down to. They're not that big of a city. New Orleans is not that big of a city. Why would anyone voluntarily live there? Because there's no snow. You don't get natural disasters. You don't have to worry about earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes. You don't have to shovel. There's no snow. It never rains, so you know exactly what the weather is going to be. You don't know how underrated that is when you wake up every day and you know exactly what the weather is going to be. That is the most underrated thing that I realized after moving out here. It's like, oh, I don't have to worry about if it's raining or not. I don't have to like worry about, am I going to see the sun today? Like, no, it's just naturally sunny all the time. It's really how we treat summers. How it's like, why would anyone voluntarily live in the Northeast where it snows all the time during the winter? It's almost like that. Yeah, there's no humidity. It's awesome. I love it here. Cook cuts back in the second level to the 35-yard line down to the 36, gain 11 and first down on the play. Yeah, if you have these, yeah, just don't go outside. The thing is that like snow is an inconvenience no matter where you are, because snow, you might not have a choice. Like you don't have to start your car because it's too hot. You don't have to start your car because it's too hot. You don't have to shovel your car because it's snowing. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to lower your speed on the highway because the roads are icy. Like it's different. It's a different inconvenience. Hand off Cook. Cook to the 40. Cook goes down to the 42-yard line. Ford is eventually brought down for a gain of 6 by Keanu Bennett. Hurricane or tornado? Hurricane. I've dealt with hurricane before. I dealt with Hurricane Sandy. It's bad, obviously. It's bad. Tornado, you lose everything in a second. Tornado, you lose it. You can survive a hurricane, depending on where you are. You can survive a hurricane. Tornado, you die. You lose everything. Hurricane, a lot of times you don't lose everything, depending on how bad it is, infrastructure-wise. Like, if you have the infrastructure to deal with it, you're fine. Tornado, it doesn't matter what you have. It hits you, you're screwed. 3rd and 1. I know, Phoenix is awesome. Look, I'm never leaving this place. Phoenix is amazing. 3rd and 1, QB sneak. Allen doesn't get the second push. They're going to say no. They're going to say no. He's short. That's probably going for it here, but he's short. Power outage? Oh, yeah, there's power outage, but that's everywhere. That's everywhere. 4th and inches. You have to figure they're going to go for it here. Oh, the other thing with Arizona is that if you don't like the excessive heat, you can go somewhere else, like Flagstaff. You get all 4 seasons. You get Tucson. Favorite movie set was Tombstone in Arizona. Tombstone set was amazing. I don't remember if that was in Arizona or not. 4th and 1. Allen. Trying to get with the hard count. Now they're going. Second effort. He stuffed the first time, and the second time he gets it. He gets it on the second push. Goes airborne there to the 46-yard line. No tornadoes in Arizona. No tornadoes. Hurricanes usually spawn tornadoes. I did not know that. But there's no, Tornado Alley is like the Midwest. There's no hurricanes in the Midwest. The second effort by Josh Allen gets the first down. Not a great push there by Buffalo, by Gilliam, but Reggie Gilliam, the fullback, but they do end up getting it eventually. First down the 46-yard line. The give. Cook, bottled up, nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Alex Highsmith in on the stop. No gain. The nearest cactus? Oh, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I mean, downtown, you know, there's cacti, like, on the roads downtown. Just don't touch them. Scorpions Rattlesnakes, I've not, but I'm also downtown. If I had a house, I'm also in an apartment complex. If I had a house, I would encounter them. Yeah. Yeah, last fall money until September. Enjoy it while you can. Well, not counting preseason in August, but... Yeah, I think Part 2 was... Yeah, that's a killer movie set. That's one of the best movie sets of all time. Over the middle, Kincaid, first down, gain of 11 to the Pittsburgh territory, to the 43-yard line. Yeah, I went through Hurricane Irene and Sandy. Irene was... Nothing happened there, but Sandy was bad. Sandy was bad. Tree may join everyone except Rossi and Cancun. 5 Point went there a while ago. How bad the Giants season went. The first half of the year. First down after the catch by Kincaid. Look at the 43. The give goes to Cook. Cook looking for a hole. He's not going to get it. He's bottled up after a game of just 2 yards. Armin Watts on the stop. You know, tree law is a real thing. Tree law is a thing. You can't move trees and cacti or flora like that. Rhode Island, unwritten rule that if you are born here, you die here. Yeah, I feel like that's what, like, a lot of people in the Dakotas, it's the same way. I feel like a lot of people in the Dakotas, from what I've, like, because I know someone that got out of the Dakotas, and they were like, yeah, people are just going to die there. So we have an injured player on the field. It's another Bill. It is Mitch Morse, the interior offensive lineman. Bernard went down earlier today. Hyde came up limp on one play. Morse is now down. Oh, man. Bills are taking a beating right now. Bills are taking an absolute beating. Is Phoenix clear with Crimers and pretty safe? Oh, it's super safe. Wait, thoughts? Wait, there's no way. There's no way he actually said that. That has to be a troll. You have to be trolling me, Guido. You have to be trolling me. You have to be trolling me. There is no way. Wait, no freaking way! No way! Did he... There is no way. He did not compare himself to MLK. Dude, you're a retired NFL punter. You're a retired white NFL punter. You are not Martin Luther King. Also, why are you complaining about being canceled? You still have a job. You're being paid 9 figures by Disney. It's real. No, folks, it's real. It's real. That seems too absurd to believe, but no, it's real. It's real. So wait, so Martin Luther King was fighting for civil rights, for the right to vote, for the right to be treated like everyone else, for the right to go to establishments without getting arrested. And Pat McAfee is saying that he got canceled, even though he still has a job, and is on the biggest media conglomerate in America, and is getting 9 figures. How is that real? How's it going, Tommy? Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. I will link the Twitter thing. I will link it. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. That seems too absurd to believe, but no, it is true. I mean that could be a JG9 News vid. That could be a JG9 News vid. I just linked the thing. I just linked it. If you want to see what Pat McAfee said on the show today, oh my god. Basically, he had a dream. He has a dream. I will put it that way. He has a dream. That one day we can judge Aaron Rodgers for the content of his character. or something. That ball is in the air and incomplete. Intended target on the play was Ty Johnson. Bit too high for him off his hands. 3rd and 9. I have a dream that one day I could go on darkness retreats and not be judged. I'm baffled. I'm just baffled by McAfee sometimes. Most of the time. Most of the time, I'm baffled by him. 3rd and 9, 41-yard line. Allen, they send 4. Allen pump fakes. He's still looking. He's trying to buy some time. Scrambles outside, looking to throw on the run. He's going to throw across his body, and it's caught. Huge play there. Diggs makes the grab at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 12. And it gets the Bills in field goal range and extends the drive for first down. We have another injury. This time it's a Steeler who's down. And that is Joey Porter Jr., the rookie cornerback, this team's 2nd-round pick this year. He goes down after trying to make that play. Allen, what a play to escape the sack. Throw on the run across his body. We'll say we did say that the Bills, the only way they're really going to lose this game potentially is if they turn it over, and Allen's been playing flawlessly. No turnovers so far. That's a heck of a play. Divisional round playoff. Your idea is 1, 4:30, 8:15 on CBS, Fox, NBC Sunday, 8:15 ESPN Monday night. No, I'm not crazy about that. I like 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. Why mess with the broken formula? No, Division 1 game should not be Monday night. Jags week 1 opponent. Why do you feel like it will be the Raiders? I have no clue why. Let me think. Week 1. Yep, favorite shows are back. That you took off the air because you couldn't agree with deal with your writers. Favorite shows are back. This is like Peacock yesterday. Like, we're congratulating ourselves for making you watch football behind a paywall. We're gonna congratulate these shows. Again, everything starts after the Super Bowl. Everything starts after the Super Bowl. We don't know what the lead up program. I mean, we do, but they haven't promoted Tracker. They haven't promoted Tracker as like the actual show after the Super Bowl. They promote everything else. Buffalo, they won't get a new stadium in the Super Bowl. A Super Bowl in the new stadium. No, it doesn't have a roof. There's no roof. That's the problem. There's no roof. I will say, The Neighborhood's a good show. The Neighborhood, I've watched The Neighborhood. It's a good show. That show is good. That show is, like, legitimately funny. Neighborhood's a good show. Week 1 opponent for the Jags. My guess is... I'm going to guess let's say the Titans. We'll go the Titans. First down, they send 5. Allen, deep shot, end zone looking, corner route, incomplete. Intended for Kincaid, would have been a second touchdown of the day. Batted down by Landon Roberts, the linebacker running 30 yards back in coverage to make the play. Your favorite shows are back. They just took too long at the combination football game grocery store. Then the outlets started singing, and then everyone clapped. And then they realized they were action stars, so they should take action. Well, Bears-Jags, that probably is going to be the London game. That'll probably be in London, because the Bears are playing in London, we play in London, and the Bears-Jags would be in Chicago. It would be on the road, so it'll probably be that. Give to Cook. Cook, bottled up, lost a 2 on the play. So my guess is that we'll play back-to-back weeks in London. We'll play the Bears for one of those weeks. Detroit or Minneapolis would never host another Super Bowl. Any idea why? My guess is because cold weather cities, they only get one. Cold weather cities usually only get one in a stadium. So Detroit got one at Silverdome and then one at Ford Field. Minnesota, one at the Metrodome, one at US Bank. Cold weather usually only get one. They don't like going to cold weather cities because it can't do as much with the experience. It's not pleasant on the owners. Cardinals Jags week 1. That doesn't happen. I wish it did, but it doesn't. 3rd and 12. Yeah, Minneapolis, it was 2 different stadiums. It's 1 per stadium. Stiff arm, not going to get a whole lot of yards there. Latavius Murray down the 26-yard line, brought down by Fitzpatrick. It was a long, lengthy drive, which is good for Buffalo, but they will have to line up for a field goal, 44-yard try, to extend the lead back to 14. Oh, no, there's no way 2 is going to be as good as 1. There's no way. When the Jags play in London at least once a year, that's just a deal that Shah Khan has. Basically, Jacksonville, it's not viable enough, in Khan's words, to have 8 NFL games or 7 NFL games or 8 or 9 NFL games per season. It's not viable enough, money-wise. London game, they get a ton of revenue from that. 4th and 7, the field goal try by Bass. This one is good this time. 24-10. If Denver gets a dome sim, yes. Yes, they should. 24-10. Will the Jags Week 18 game be in Jacksonville? God, I hope so. God, I hope so. If it's not, I am marching on the NFL office. I am marching on the NFL office. I will pick it outside the stadium. I will pick it outside the office when the schedule comes out. If that's the case. No, and he only had one. They had Lucas Oil at Super Bowl 46. That was it. You know, we don't play the NFC West till 2025. And plus, also, I have to remember, colder weather cities, it's not just about the stadium, even though it's indoors. It's about flying. A lot of flights get snowed in. Airports would be jammed. It could be a logistical nightmare. How long until the Jags force to same or move? I mean, they're already doing that. They're already trying to get the new stadium. The renovation to Everbank Stadium, which will essentially be a brand new venue. That's why we're going to play in Daytona for 2 years, probably. We're already doing that. Will Seattle ever host? Not in their current state, no. They need an indoor stadium to do it. Shad or Shaka Khan? Shaka Khan is not... Shaka Khan has a very good song. A few very good songs. And has not destroyed an NFL team every Sunday. So, Shaka. You procrastinate on your projects due tomorrow when I haven't gotten started? Oh, that stinks, man. Well, better get started now. Better get started now. I think the thing is, like, don't look at it as, like, one big thing. Attack it in smaller parts. Attack it as, like one part, and then, like, you'll just want to keep going and going over and over again. Because once I start something, I can't stop. But it's just getting started that's the hardest part. Shere Khan, yeah, from Jungle Book. Oh, yeah. I don't think a Super Bowl would be awesome. No, I think that should be... I don't like the Super Bowl being decided by weather. A neutral site game, I don't like it being decided by weather. Pass blown up. Allen Robinson, loss of 2 on the play, brought down there by Dorian Williams, the rookie linebacker. Now, playoff game, different story, because you earn the right to host and whatnot, but I don't like a neutral site game being decided by weather. Should have saved the Kingdom? Oh, God, no. God, no. That stadium was falling apart. The stadium, like, the roof collapsed. The panels of the roof collapsed. They had to move. Philly, unless, again, indoor stadium, they're not hosting one. Clock is stopped for the moment. Another injury, it looks like. Well, MetLife, the thing with MetLife was also, number one, that game was a disaster. There was a public transportation nightmare afterwards. They got very, very lucky with the weather. And Miami didn't have a new stadium at that point, or renovated stadium. No one wanted the Super Bowl that year. It was Miami that bid, and it was New York. That was it. So they had no choice. Also, it was kind of like throw a bone, like, okay, if New York, you get a new stadium, you're going to get the Super Bowl. You know, Rice and Tulane, yeah, those were bad weather games. Those were bad. Very, very cold. Should the NBA Finals be at a neutral site? No. They should not be. Unless you do like a one-game finals, no. No. Absolutely not. Honolulu host Super Bowl? No, they don't have a stadium. It's too far away. No, absolutely not. 2nd and 11. Rudolph, looking. Fires incomplete pass, no one home. Not even remotely in the area. Because think about how much of a pain in the butt it is to go to the Super Bowl as it is for the average fan. In terms of booking flights and hotels and whatnot. You know how much it costs to get to Hawaii? It costs a crap ton. Just to fly to Hawaii. Like, the Super Bowl, you should always, if you want to save money, you should always be able to drive to the game. Be crazy if you want to drive, like, from New York to Los Angeles, but you could theoretically do it. Should never be a Super Bowl off the mainland. I really believe that. No Super Bowl off the mainland. Oh, the in-season courts were terrible. There were like 4 that were decent. The rest were awful. They're going to let Rudolph on the run over the middle of the field. Ball is caught. Tight coverage, but caught at the 42-yard line. What a grab there made by George Pickens. Gain of 19 and a first down. London hosts or the Browns win one? Probably London hosts. Probably London hosts. A video about the AFC Championship in Atlanta? That'll probably be 5 years' time from now. Because that'll be a fun video to do. It'll be like the neutral site video when they debated conference championships at neutral sites when the Freezer Bowl happened. That'll be a fun hypothetical that people might forget about. That's why I'm going to wait 5 years. I want to see, do people forget about it? Do people remember this? That's why. Trying to trick play goes to Pickens. Pickens on the end around to the 50 and plus territory first down at the 45, thrown down the 43-yard line. Steelers not going down without a fight. In Buffalo territory at the 43 when we get back. Touchdown makes it a 1-score game. Preference for water, Arrowhead, not Dasani. Arrowhead, Poland Spring, Deer Park. Those are the ones. Jags draft for Ayuk. I wanted to draft Ayuk. I love Ayuk. I wanted to draft Ayuk. They're not gonna trade for him. Then I was getting rid of him. I wanted to draft Ayuk in the first round. I was hammering the table for Brandon Ayuk. I was hammering the table for him. But no, we had to draft Caleb on Chason, and the Ayuk was off the board by that point, I think. No, he wasn't off the board. We had to draft Chason and CJ Henderson. I was banging the table for Ayuk. Like, banging the table for him. He was my favorite receiver in that class, not named CeeDee Lamb. I love that man. ASU legend. Maxed out on free agent wide receivers. Well, I don't think Ayuk's even going to be a free agent. They'll do pick the 50-year option, right? Quantum Football with a $5. Thank you so much. On April Fool's Day, we'll make a video on the greatest moments in Tonawanda Cardex history. I've got some ideas for April Fool's Day. I've got some ideas. The last Super Bowl in non-NFL stadium was Super Bowl 19 at Stanford. No, Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl, Super Bowl 27. Super Bowl 27, Rose Bowl. That's the last one. Freezer Bowl or Ice Bowl? Better game with a name. Ice Bowl. Freezer Bowl was not that good of a game. Freezer Bowl was not that good of a game. Ice Bowl was a great game. Ice Bowl was a great game. I don't remember the UTU commercial. I do not remember that. But yeah, basically my timeline with Bill Ridge of Hawaii, like BoJack Horseman style. Basically my thing with, if I don't do a video right away, I wait a few years because I want to see what gets remembered and what doesn't. Like the thing with the COVID year. Like what would be a fascinating story that people forgot about happened that year. The Kendall Hinton stuff, people remember that. There's nothing I can add on that. We remember that. But games getting moved and whatnot, the Cardinals or the Niners playing in Arizona, like stuff like that, like that might be forgotten about. Can the Rose Bowl host a game? No. Not have amenities of a stadium. Video board's not that big. Pain in the butt to get to. No parking. Look, if the problem with the Rose Bowl is that parking, you have to park on a golf course, and if it's raining and the course is flooded, you can't park. It's a pain in the butt to do it. Am I gonna live stream March Madness? We'll see. I mean, we could. Absolutely. We'll see. Who should the Jags hire at DC? Look, I'm fine with anyone on the Ravens staff. The first game I recall watching on TV, Jets Chargers 04 wildcard. That's the first game I recall watching on TV. Yeah, OJ flipping the coin that year. Back when he was a hero. 92% of you ran with Buffalo to win this game. Pittsburgh driving, though. Handoff goes to Warren. Muscles his way forward down to the 37-yard line. Good second effort there. Trucks over. I believe it was Cam Lewis. Came in the box. Here's this 88 AFC Championship. It was not a great game to watch. My first exposure was a pretty good game. Jets Chargers was a phenomenal game. Basketball channel? Yeah, I would just have to do baseball. I don't want to spread myself too thin because I'm doing baseball. I'm doing college football. I have to get those back up and running again before I even consider basketball. I've thought about basketball. Just won't be for a while. I'd probably have to have a team by that point, but you never know. Rudolph, play action, looking to run. He should have the first down, and he does as he slides at 31. Mason Rudolph picks up 6 with his legs. Not quite as good as the Josh Allen 53-yard run earlier, but first down run nonetheless. At this point, you figure 4 down territory from this point on. Boogermobile? No. It was terrible. It made no sense. It blocked people's sight lines. It added nothing to the broadcast. It added nothing. First down, balls at the 31-yard line. Rudolph in the gun. Now, empty backfield. Najee Harris lined up on the near side of the screen. Line up out wide on Dane Jackson. Rudolph looking. Steps up. Fires. Short pass. Caught. It's a gain of 4 and then picks up another 10. Picks up another 8, I should say. It's Deontay Johnson, the man who scored the only touchdown of the game for Pittsburgh. Down to the 20. Tokyo regular season game. I could see it. The first city in Asia to do it will be Tokyo, probably. Though China could, but they've 07-08, and then the Rams thing backed out, so maybe they might not go to China again. But I see Tokyo doing one at some point. So 125, if that was your first exposure to football, that's a heck of an exposure. That was like the peak. You started at the peak. It only gets worse from there. Head off, Najee Harris. Harris brought down by the leg after a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. Dorian Williams, the rookie running back, or rookie linebacker, I should say, on the stop. What team was better, 84 Eagles or 77 Cowboys? Is this even a debate? Young Sheldon is the best show on CBS on Thursday nights. They're canceling it. Or not canceling it. They're ending it after this season. And then they're doing a spinoff with the parents. They're doing a spinoff of a spinoff. I don't know how that's going to work. Gotta keep the money tree going somehow. 2nd and 7, balls at the 17-yard line. Rudolph. 4 wide, 1 on the far side, 3 on the near side. Fake the throw to Warren. Now going end zone shot. He's got a man! Incomplete. Tight coverage there. Pickens the target. Tight coverage on the play. It looked like Dane Jackson. And you have to figure 4 down territory from this point on. You have to figure you can't kick field goals at this point. It's not a bad throw, not a bad effort. Good coverage. Just ran out of real estate. That's all it came down to. Yep, fan threw so well to mess with the catch. That was the Broncos-Niners. That was Broncos-Niners all over again. That was the Broncos-Niners game from the 80s. 3rd and 7. Rudolph takes the snap. They send for Rudolph over the middle. Ball is caught. Move to get the first down. I think he's got it, and he does. It is Deontay Johnson. They go back to him. Once again, it's a gain of 9. Or down to the 9, I should say, and a first down. 1st and goal. Pittsburgh making this interesting. They were down 21-0. They're making this interesting. Touchdown here, and you can start to think about maybe, potentially. Belichick has not been on dumb decisions. He easily could have been a few times, but he has not been on dumb decisions. They're still in the huddle with 12 seconds. They're not getting this off. They might not get this off. They only broke the huddle with 7. They might not get this off. They got to go super quick. 3, 2, 1. Calvin Austin in motion. Play clock hits 0. Seems like they're going at half speed right now. Najee Harris get a 2. They just get it off. What was the worst conference? 70s NFC or 80s, 90s AFC? Oh, easily 80s, 90s AFC. Easily. I mean, 89 was a joke. 89. The second best team was 9-7. Probably. 2nd and goal. Yeah, at this point, you have to score if you're Pittsburgh a touchdown. You cannot think field goal no matter what happens here. 2nd goal, balls at the 7. 4 wide, 3 on the far side, 1 on the near side. Mason Rudolph. In the gun, Najee Harris is the back. Rudolph. Looking. End zone. Over the middle. Calvin Austin. Touchdown Pittsburgh. We got a ball game. We got a ball game, folks. For the first time since the first quarter, it's a 1-score game. 21-16. Will they go for 2? Analytics are saying go for 2. We saw with the Titans-Dolphins game. You see why you go for 2 there. What will Pittsburgh do here? 24-16. Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. One to Deontay Johnson. That one to Calvin Austin, usually known as a punt returner. Not only known for his receiving abilities, only had 1 receiving touchdown this season before that play. Kicking the extra point here, Boswell. Kick is up. It is good. 24-17. Game 4 was my man. Marion Campbell's the head coach. That tells you everything you need to know. Marion Campbell was terrible. So the Buffalo Bills, up 21-0, have allowed 17 of the last 20. What's rare, the catch or the catch 2? The catch really wasn't like an impressive catch. It just the reverse angle made it look incredible. Let's have a catch 2. And the block field will change the entire game. Personal foul on the Steelers. So extra point's good. Unnecessary roughness on Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh's going to kick off from the 20-yard line. So Buffalo could get very good field position. Again, you could get a line drive kick here just because of the weather. It's a bit cold. Again, for unnecessary roughness. Hands to the face. Going to call that one on number 65, Dan Moore. Was 04-06 the worst year for the NFC? I would say 04. Yeah, 75 NFC. Everyone was 10-4. Everyone was 10-4 that year. Pittsburgh making things interesting. Making things a wee bit interesting. Oh yeah, Cowboys Vikings. Drew Pearson, Hail Mary, of course. 130 people in the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Monday afternoon. Again, we're going to do a separate stream for the Eagles-Bucks game, which will start in, 70 minutes? Once this game is done, we'll go live there at 8:05, maybe 8:07 Eastern. We'll see. With it being said, be sure you like and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a moment of the action when we go live and when I post a new video, which I post every single day on something history of the NFL related. New video came out today on Mike McCarthy, Dumb Decision with the Extra Point. Go check it out if you haven't already. Peacock Disaster. Did a video on Sunday. Documentary I put on Saturday. A lot of cool stuff happening. JG9 News, brand new channel where I just talk about all the happenings in the NFL in a completely relaxed, unscripted format. Just turn on my camera and I just talk. So keep that in mind. Go check it out. Live trivia if you like to test your football knowledge. Win cash prizes. We play for a minimum of $45 every week. I give away $45 to whoever wins the game. So you'll want to check that out every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's over on Twitch. And here on YouTube, we do a simulcast version of that. Ice Bowl or Mud Bowl? Ice Bowl. Ice Bowl. And what else do I need to... McAfee Store, probably JG9 News. It won't be on JG9. The JG9 News is basically like I can just talk about anything and everything with the NFL. I don't have to like write a script or like tie it back to like historical context or anything like that. Now McAfee's still on ESPN. No. He complains about getting canceled, but he's still on ESPN. NFL game in India? Never. Never. Never happen. Ticket prices, they would lose money. You couldn't charge, if you want to sell at a stadium there, you couldn't, it just doesn't make economic sense. First of all, I don't even know if they play football in India. And even if they did, the flights, everything, like halfway around the world, time zone doesn't work out, market-wise it doesn't work out. The average Indian salary is what, like $60 a month? It's not a lot. It's really not a lot. Average salary in India. It's about 387. And that's the price of like an NFL game. Kickoff is fielded at the 10. Stumbles, though. To the 20-25. Down at the 30-yard line. So Buffalo takes over the 30. Honestly, that's a pretty good stop by Pittsburgh's special teams unit, considering the personal foul back in about 15. First 10 to the 30-yard line. You know, they sell cricket matches in India, but they're not charging a boatload. The NFL charges, like, it costs a family of four like $1,000 to go to an NFL game. Family of four, about $1,000 to go to an NFL game. For India, that's like 3 months of salary. If we colonize on Mars, no, gravity would not work out. Just the gravity, we have to make whole different rules. You spend your annual salary, exactly. First down, play action. Allen has time. Say send four. Deep shot down the sideline. No one home, but flag on the play. Flag on the play. Dalton Kincaid tackled on the play. Brought down by Miles Jack. Miles Jack brings him down. And that should move him up a solid 30 yards. And Miles Jack brought out of retirement to play for the Steelers. Just dragged to the ground. That is going to be called every single time unless they're going to say it wasn't catchable. Was this ball catchable? Definitely, there's something on Jack that will be holding DPI. The real question is, was it catchable? There's definitely... Jack definitely made a penalty, but is it holding or is it DPI? There's definitely a penalty on Jack. But I'm not sure this ball was catchable. Let's see. This ball... Yeah, I mean, the ball went to the side. That was not even going to be remotely catchable. It hit the water cooler. There might be defensive holding. You could easily get defensive hold, but PI would be insane for something like that. It's definitely a penalty on Miles Jack. We all know that. He dragged him to the ground. But that ball was by the water cooler. And they are going to call defensive holding. So that's probably the greatest 5-yard penalty you'll ever see. In terms of the Steelers, that's a huge break for them. It's the right call, obviously. It's the right call. But it's a huge break for the Steelers if that was not called DPI and that the referees got it right on the huddle. You know, the worst division ever was 2010 NFC West. Although, no, 2020 NFC East was pretty bad. Cook, handoff, first down, or at the 40, down to the 43-yard line. I don't know why I said first down. Gain of 8 on the play. Well, because the holding happened before the pass was thrown. Miles Jack was supposed to be a real good, great player. I mean, he was good in Jacksonville. He was good. We didn't have the dot on him in Jacksonville. He was good, but he lost a step by the end. No, now he's not that good anymore. He's not that good anymore. Since the fall of the Patriots, would we say that one conference is at any sort of dominance over the other, like NFC over AFC? Probably not. Probably not. It's been pretty evenly balanced. Cook, 2nd and 1, first down to the 47-yard line. Gain of 4 up the middle. Yeah, Buffalo wins this game. They will host the divisional round game against the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday at 6:40. If the Steelers win, the Steelers play at 6:40 on Sunday against Baltimore, and the Texans play the Chiefs on Saturday at 4:30. If this holds, though, Texans play the Ravens Saturday 4:30, and then Bills will play the Chiefs. If this holds, Pittsburgh will be another year without a playoff win. Haven't won since the 2016 divisional against Kansas City. Allen keeps himself on the read option. He's going to the 45, down at the 40-yard line. First down on the play. Josh Allen running into plus territory, gain of 13. You know, Miles Jack, there was something with his knee. That was the only reason he went down. He was going to be a top 10 pick. He was like on my top 5 on my draft board. I had Ramsey and Jack inside my top 5 on the board. The fact that I got both of them, I was stunned by that. Why retired players have to wait 4 years for eligibility? It's more just so that they don't play when they're in the Hall of Fame. Just to make sure they're fully retired. Because you can change your mind. You can change your mind in that time stretch. Also, you don't want recency bias getting in the way. Diggs, screen pass, caught, down at the 35-yard line. Gain of 5 on the play, brought down by Marcus Golden. Because you don't want recency bias playing into Hall of Fame, where it's like, you look back, and it's like, oh, this guy's a Hall of Famer, and then you look back 10 years' time, it's like, wait, why did we put him in the Hall of Fame again? That's part of why it is. If the NFL huffed glue and decided to give all the division names that start with C, what other 4 names would they use? Oh, God. Colonial? Continental? 2nd and 5. Allen slides down, late hit. That should be a flag. That should absolutely be a flag on Miles Jack. And there it is. Jack is having a stinker of a game today. That's an easy flag. That's a very late hit. Allen was on the ground when Jack went for it. You know, he used to be in Jacksonville. This is a stinker. No, Edelman's not getting in. Edelman is not getting in. No Pro Bowls. He's not getting in. Yeah, he was on the ground and then he lunged. That is absolutely a penalty. Coastal is already a thing. Coastal was already a thing. Personal foul for the late hit. Probably also maybe Coral, the Coral division, maybe if you're going like southern, like south, you think South Coral, maybe Coral, and then I don't know the other one. I don't know what the other one would be. California, unless like you have to do realignment. Yeah, Miles Jack having a stinker of a game. You know, Elmo's not making the Hall. Bills are in field goal range, so as long as they don't turn it over, they should be okay. I don't want to say play conservative, but just be smart here if you're Buffalo. You can take it down to 5 minutes. Worst case scenario, take it down to 5 minutes, and they kick a chip shot field goal, making it a 10-point game with 5 minutes left before Pittsburgh to drive down the field. They haven't had a whole lot of chunk plays today. A lot of Pittsburgh's offense has been dink and dunk. They can't run the ball with 5 minutes left and not a lot of time. Rudolph can't really throw deep, so haven't really had any passing plays outside 20 yards. So if you're Buffalo here, just be smart and you should be okay. Barring anything crazy. Buffalo's Achilles heel this season has been turnovers. This would be the worst possible time for it. 2nd and 9. 4 wide. 3 on the far side, 1 on the other side. Allen takes a step. Out over the middle of the field. Pole is caught. At the 15. Still going. It's close. Shakir shaking off men to the 10. Shakir! Touchdown, Buffalo! His hips weren't light on that one. 16-yard touchdown for Khalil Shakir. And the Bills are 6.5 minutes away from doing this. Oh, baby, when you move like that, you make the Steeler fans go mad. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir, it's the 3rd touchdown of the game for Josh Allen through the air. He's got one on the ground as well. Bad tackling there. Shaking big, shaking off Walker, the linebacker, number 38. And the Bills take advantage of the penalty by Miles Jack, the undisciplinedness there. 2 penalties on the drive for Miles Jack, an absolute killer. Bills strike. They're up by 2 scores again. In the best way, that's the worst possible dad joke I've heard. Oh, you knew it was coming. Extra point is, ooh, that's a wobbler. That looks like my golf shot right there. That took like 5 different directions, but it is good. 31-17. At this point, everything's 4-down territory. Still time left for the Steelers, but time is running out. Otis Taylor, Hall of Fame. Yeah, look, I'm on the side of let more people in the Hall of Fame from the AFL. I'm on the side of that. We have a lot of guys that they're not in the Hall of Fame from the AFL that should be in. So I have no problem with that. Do I like pie? Apple pie is great. I love apple pie. Make a man want to speak Spanish. The worst point differential ever? My guess would probably be the 81 Colts. The 81 Colts have to have an atrocious point differential. Where are the Colts at? They scored 259. They allowed 533. So that's 274. Minus 274. Divided by 16. They're outscored by 17 points a game. My guess is 81 Colts have the worst point differential. Career-wise, yes, Jim Tyrer is Hall of Fame worthy. Jim Tyrer is Hall of Fame worthy career-wise. He will never get in, and rightfully so. He will never get in. But if we're just talking his career, he'd be in by this point. Tyrer would absolutely be in by this point if he didn't do what he did. Bucks, so that was also a 14-game season. So you gotta think the worst one's... Wait, Bucks were 270, 288? Oh, that is worse than the... That's way worse. Yeah, 412 minus 125. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the worst. I didn't know about 76 Bucks because it was only 14-game season. Who was Jim Tyrer? 9-time All-Star tackle with the Chiefs. Maybe the best tackle in American Football League history. He was a beast. Phenomenal player. He would be in the Hall of Fame right now if he didn't murder his wife. 11 Colts or 10 Panthers. Who wins? I'm taking the Colts. 61 Warriors, what were they outscored by the first few weeks? I think it was, 41-0 the first week, 55-0 the second week? I think they outscored like 96-0 over the course of the first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. Let's see, Raiders, 1961. Yep, that'll do it. It's like Darren Sharper. Hall of Fame player, but he's never getting in. Yeah, Raiders over the first, 55-0, 44-0. So they lost 99-0 over the course of the first 2 games. But even then, their point differential was like minus 200 something. It wasn't as bad as the Bucks. Does Colorado walk over the new Big 12 and projections go undefeated? They have a better chance of going winless than undefeated. They have a better chance of going winless than undefeated. Left to right, all-time O-line. Oh, God. Whew, that's tough. Oh, man, that's tough. Man. Let me think about this one. Man. Whew, that is tough. All right. I'm not crazy about this, but here's what I'm going to do. Left to right. We're going to go Munoz. Allen. Otto. McDaniel. Slater. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going with. It's tough. That's tough. First down. Handoff. Warren. They're going to run the... I don't know about running the ball when you're 6.5 minutes left. I didn't stun me. I'm just trying to think of who I would put because there's so many good options. Best player that no one's heard of? Probably Gary Garrison. You know, Hannah's got... man, I got to put Hannah on there. Take Hannah out instead of McDaniel. That's... man. Gain a 7 there, 3rd and 3. Yeah, that's right. I'm just doing it off the top of my head. Man. 2001 Panthers, 2010, 2023. Which one was worse? 2010. Jimmy Clausen was awful. Freiermuth limping off the field. 4 catches, 61 yards today. He's limping off. 4-down territory at this point on. A blocking fullback? I would go all-star. Blocking fullback. If we're talking all-time fullback, we're going to go Jim Brown. But if we're talking blocking fullback, I'm taking all-star. Pittsburgh has to call a timeout because of the injury to Freiermuth. Game all out of sorts. So they have 2 left. 62 or 06? Who was worse? 62. 62. Worst player turned head coach? There's a fair amount. There's a fair amount of them. Jeff Saturday. Probably Jeff Saturday. Taking the 5 yards better than use a timeout. Yeah, I think it was when they're just out of sorts. They were just out of sorts. Best NFC East QB all time? Roger Staubach. Roger the Dodger. It's gotta be Roger. Unless you could go Sammy, you could go Sonny. Drag route. It's actually worse that he caught the ball. Clock's gonna run. Warren dropped at the very end, but able to fall in a 4th and 3. Bart Starr at least made the playoffs. I can't call him the worst of all time. Abe Gibran, that's a good pick. Abe Gibran's a good pick. Most undeserving Hall of Famer, Bryant Young. Hot chocolate, not really a chocolate person. I like milk chocolate, but not really a hot chocolate person. 4th and 3. This might be the ball game, folks. 4th and 3. Gotta go for it. Steelers with 2 timeouts, 3 yards to save their season. Mason Rudolph in the gun. Harris the back. Timeout on the field by Buffalo with 4:53. Worst AFL team ever, 68 Bills. They had 5 different quarterbacks. They were so depleted. True story. I meant to do a video on it. True story. They were so depleted, they literally asked the United States Army if they could take a person from the Army and have him play for the Bills for 2 weeks because they were that depleted at QB. I'm not even kidding. That's a real story. I might do a video on that at some point. The 68 Bills would be a fun documentary to do. Best NFL player named Gus. I mean, Gus Edwards is great. It's the only one I can think of right now. Gus Edwards is a very good player. Oh, I love it. There's a Steeler film with a Centennial jersey. I love that. The Steeler film with the Bicentennial jersey from 76. Mad respect. Mad respect for that. 4th and 3. Ball to 32. Rudolph looking. Slant route. Tight coverage. No flag. Dane Jackson on the coverage. Incomplete. Buffalo. will take over the 32-yard line in field goal range. No, like player from, like, that got drafted and was serving in Vietnam. Like, player that was in Vietnam. Like, can we take this person that you were going to send to Vietnam and have him play? I'm not even kidding. That's a real story. Real story. Best playoff game in the history of every round. Ooh, all right. Super Bowl 49. Conference championship. We're going to go... Conference championship. There's a lot of good options. I'm impartial to 07. NFC championship. I'm really impartial to that game. I really like that game a lot. I would say, though, Seahawks-Niners 2013. Divisional? Man, that's tough. That's tough. Divisional? It's a tie. I'm copping out. It's a tie. It's a tie for me in the divisional round. Hand up the middle. Push the power forward down to the 28-yard line. Gain of 4. I can't pick between Chiefs, Bills, and Epic and Miami. I can't pick between them. So I'm gonna tie on that one. Divisional round, I'm gonna say tie. Wild card round. Look, I'm very biased on this with the wild card round. I'm very biased. I admit that. I have to say 27-0. The Jaguars Chargers come back. I have to say that. I have to. I know it's a cop out. If we're talking if I can't do the Jaguars, we're gonna go with the either Oilers Bills come back, Colts Chiefs come back. Probably Oilers Bills. The give, first down on the play, goes out of bounds and stops the clock. Ty Johnson. You know, I'm picking 2013 over the Ice Bowl. I love Jags Steelers. That was a great divisional game. The funny part is that wasn't even the best game of the day, because later that day was the Minneapolis Miracle. The Cardinals Packers 2 was a great game. Great game. I was watching that with a bunch of kids from college. That was awesome. 27-0 was yesterday. A year ago yesterday. If Jeff Saturday stayed as coach for the Colts this season, how many wins would he get? 2. He was that bad. Trust me, he was that bad. First down, they give. Nothing doing. Pittsburgh probably calls a timeout here. And they do. I think the thing that made the Jaguars Chargers come back amazing. So we're safe on team number 68 Bills. The thing that made the Jaguars Chargers come back amazing and really sets it apart from other comebacks, and why I think it's the best comeback of all time, not counting Super Bowl, because obviously 28-3 is 28-3, but not counting Super Bowl, the thing that makes it the best for me, there were no turnovers. The Chargers did not turn the ball over. The Jaguars did all that without forcing a single turnover. They had to play a perfect game offensively. Mount Rushmore of kickers. Tucker, Vinatieri, Stenerud, and Anderson. Morton Anderson. And like I said about the Pro Bowl games, oh yeah, I am pumped. I have booked my ticket to Orlando. I am so pumped for that. And by that, I mean I will have it on in the background while I do other stuff. 2nd and 10, balls at the 20. Pittsburgh has 1 timeout left. Handoff goes to Johnson. Johnson to the 10. First down at the 9-yard line. Pittsburgh will take a timeout. And that will do it, probably. Buffalo can take this down to the 2-minute warning kick and field up, make it a 3-score game. All right. Yeah, 62 Raiders are a good pick. They're a good pick. Here's why I'm going to say the Bills. Here's a funny story about that. Here's a funny story about the Bills. Here's the thing. The Bills, they had a preseason game, all right? A preseason game, okay? Preseason game. They looked bad in the preseason game. The starting quarterback was Jack Kemp. Wildcard was added in the 1978 season. 1978 season. Oh, Pittsburgh did not take a timeout. Might be taking it here. Down to the 10, 2nd and goal. So, kicker fails. Lynn Elliott with everything. Lynn Elliott everything on that. I would say 83 Cardinals Giants, the overtime. I mean, that kicking game was atrocious in overtime. So that kicking performance, Mount Rushmore there. Lynn Elliott, I would say Cundiff in the AFC Championship. And I would say John Carney missing the extra point after the River City relay. I would say those are my Mount Rushmore. Well, 1970 was the first wild card, but 78 was the first wild card round. So depending on how you want to look at it. Wild card was 1969 in the AFL. They had it. they had it. But just in the AFL. Post-game stream Super Bowl? No, we'll just do a stream that Monday. I'm not going to do post-game stream for the Super Bowl. Because I'll be still hanging out with people and whatnot. Okay, so... No, Norwood's not tops. No, Norwood, it was a 49-yard kick. It would have been the longest of the season for him. No, that was not a chip shot. Norwood, that was not, no. Yeah, Neil O'Donohue, yeah. That was, yeah. Those are the four. Lynn Elliott, Neil O'Donohue in the Giants-Cardinals game, that entire overtime period. And then Carney missing the extra point. And then Cundiff at the NFC Championship. What was that in your video about 1782? Oh, just it never 17 never won. 17 never won. Yeah, 47 back then was like 56. Kickers have gotten a lot better now. 47 back then was 56 today. Worst muff punt, Kyle Williams, NFC Championship. Easy winner there. Easy winner there. 3rd and goal. The give, stay in bounds. Get to the 2-minute warning. Now, it actually raises an interesting question. Do you kick a field goal here if you're Buffalo? Honestly, do you kick a field goal for Buffalo? You had a kick get blocked earlier in the game. Yeah, it's a chip shot, but you had a kick get blocked earlier in the game. Tyler Bass has not had a lot of height on these kicks. This whole game. It's not a lot of height on these kicks. A blocked field goal flips the field. If you don't get the first down here, yeah, you give back 14-point game, but the Steelers have to drive 91 yards down the field, no timeouts, and then onside kick and whatnot. If you kick a field goal, you risk a block because it happened earlier in the game, and he's had some weird kicks today on extra points that have not got a lot of distance, a lot of height. Obviously, you make it a 3-score game, it's over, but well, it's not a matter of chip shot. It's more of he's not getting height on these kicks today. If it gets blocked, it could go the other way for a touchdown. Versus if you kick this field goal here, and you go for it, you don't get it. I mean, you could get it, obviously, but if you don't get it, which is likely because it's 9 yards out, but if you don't get it, 91 yards down the field, they got to go in no timeouts, and they haven't got chunk plays all season. Worst team to miss the playoffs? Worst team to miss $76. Why do you go in as a Colt? You don't go in as a team. You don't go in with a team. It's not like baseball. You don't go in with a team. So it's basically 68 Bills. Back to the 68 Bills really quickly. Back to the 68 Bills. They had a bad preseason game. Bad preseason game. And their head coach said, that was pathetic. That was embarrassing. We're going to put pads on. Because that was embarrassing. So we're going to do tackle practice. Everyone can get tackled today. Everyone. We're practicing with pads. No red jerseys. No red jerseys. Guess what happened next? The coach makes them practice with no red jerseys because of a bad preseason game. Guess who they happen to lose because there's no red jerseys? Yeah, you can see how that's a problem. You can see how that would be a problem. That's how bad the Bills were. I gotta do a documentary on the Bills from '68. The 8th best team to miss the playoffs. Probably what, the 03, probably 89 Bengals, 03 Dolphins, probably something like that. Yeah, and then the Bills beat the Jets. Their one win, 1-12-1, their one win was the Jets, the team that won the Super Bowl. So by the transit property, the Bills beat the Jets, who beat the Colts. Shout out to Buffalo Bills, great Mel Blount. That's a throwback. That's a throwback. If you were on the stream when that happened, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. Oh, man. They are going to kick the field goal. Again, I'm not crazy about this just because you risk a block. We saw it earlier, and he's not getting a lot of height on these kicks. But if you make it, it's a 3-score game. I personally would go for it here. I mean, can't say I didn't say. Can't say I didn't warn you. Can't say I didn't call it. The kids say I didn't say that could happen. Again, no height. I think that was blocked too. I think that was blocked. Was it blocked? There was no height on that. Yeah, that was blocked. That was blocked. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I'm just saying. I called it. Well, I think it was blocked. I think think it was blocked. I think it was going in, then it got tipped, and then it changed trajectory. I could be wrong. I gotta double check, but now you start at the 20. I'm just saying. It's not doomsday. It's not doomsday. I think it was blocked. Yeah, I think it was blocked. Because it was looking straight, just a line drive. Again, he's not getting height on it. And then it went 180 degrees. The ball went horizontal. The ball doesn't go horizontal off the leg like that. I think it was blocked. I could be wrong. Either way, it's missed. 2nd and 5. Rudolph over the middle of the field. Caught by Warren on the angle route. Knocking out of bounds. 34-yard line. Tick, 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 tick. Just saying. I know my stuff. I know my stuff. I'm just saying. First down, the 34-yard line. Rudolph looking. That pass is not going to get done. It's actually better. That was incomplete. And Rudolph is not throwing deep down the field. I don't think they've gone past more than 20 yards today. Outside of the one that was a fumble by Freiermuth that got overturned. Or that stayed a fumble for whatever. That stayed Steeler ball for whatever reason. 11 players offense active if your goals go 0-17. Oh, just get 11 offensive linemen. Or just get, like... do you have to stick with the position? If I don't have to stick with the position, it's easy. Clayton Tune at QB. Honestly, surround anyone with Clayton Tune, you're going 0-17. Royal Rumble, probably not. 2nd down, Rudolph looking. Angle route incomplete. No flag on the play. Najee Harris, the intended target. Actually, probably better that it was incomplete. Worst quarterback pass ever. I would probably say Blaine Gabbert, 2011, against the Browns. He threw the ball 20 yards backwards as he was getting hit. He literally... Let's see if I can link the play. I mean, this is bad, folks. This is bad. Hang on. Blaine Gabbert, backwards pass. 2011, Browns. Yeah, this is the... I'm going to link it. Remember, when the Jags played the Browns that year, 2011, Jack Del Rio and Dirk Cutter, the offense, decided, let's have Gabbert try and win the game instead of Maurice Jones-Drew at the goal line. Rudolph looking over the middle of the field. Ball is caught by Freiermuth, who's back in there, which is good to see. First down on the play at the 50-yard line. Again, after this, we'll go live in 20 minutes for that game between the Bucs and the Eagles over on ABC. Rudolph going to spike the ball with 52 seconds. Every Gabbert pass, pretty much. Pretty much. Worst team in 82? Oh, Colts. It's not even close. They were winless. If you go winless, you're the worst team of the year. It's not even close. Although the Oilers were bad. Oilers were bad. You know, I'm going to say the Colts, but the Oilers would give a word for their money. Trouble with how it makes for great toilet paper. It's good stopping material, too. It's good to stomp on that thing. The Steelers will once again go another year without winning a playoff game. Rudolph escapes a sack from the moment, fires. Low throw, incomplete, intended target. Calvin also scored the touchdown earlier. 3rd and 10. But they are going to get a personal foul for roughing the passer. He did get hit in the head. I didn't see the flag at first. I was like, he did get hit in the helmet. Ed Oliver getting called for the flag. Again, if you touch the helmet... Oh, yeah. Yep. Hit him in the head, lead. That's easy call. 80 points in a game? No, I don't think so. It would take a lot. Basically, it would take a coach showing no mercy. I don't think that's going to happen. It would take a coach showing no mercy and a lot of stuff to happen. 80 points in a game, that is 3 touchdowns a quarter. That is insanity. All right, here we go. First down, the 35-yard line. Rudolph over the middle. Ball is caught by Najee Harris. I don't even want you to throw that ball. It's a gain of 5. That does nothing. Mason Rudolph just checking down everything over the middle of the field. He does realize he's got to go to the sideline, stop the clock, right? He does realize that. Worst season-ending injury? I mean, Ryan Shazier, probably. 2nd and 5, or Chuck Hughes, if you want to count season-ending as that. Flag on the play. Rudolph looking, and he's getting right out of bounds after a gain of 3. 20 seconds left. At this point, just try Hail Marys. Why not? You have no other option. I think the Oilers 82, I think they beat the Seahawks before the strike, and then they fired Patera, and then they lost every game after that. Seahawks were good at 8-2. Honestly, Seahawks were good after they fired Patera. Mike McCormick was a pretty good head coach. I don't think it's a play call. I think just Mason Rudolph doesn't go deep. He doesn't throw down the field. He's a check down. He's a check down merchant. Illegal formation on the Steelers. The clock was running when that happened, so that does carry a 10-second runoff. Right? Doesn't that by rule? That should carry a 10-second runoff. Because the clock was running, because it was 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 on a pass inbounds. Right? Am I missing something? Shouldn't there be 10-second runoff? If I'm misinterpreting the rules, please let me know. I could have swore that carries a 10-second runoff. Rudolph, deep shot, end zone, back shoulder, almost a heck of a grab there by Deontay Johnson. 14 seconds on the clock. Worst Rares head coach, Art Shell the second time around. Art Shell the second time around. But Dennis Allen's up there. Dennis Allen's up there. All right, I'm looking on Twitter if like other people are confused by why there wasn't a 10-second runoff. It's not going to matter in the end. Not going to matter in the end. I really thought that should carry a 10-second runoff. I guess not. And Brandon was the worst owner. He literally charged people for socks. He charged his players for socks. 3rd and 10. Rudolph steps up. He's going to run. That's going to do something. Yep. Good run there, Mason. Good run there. First down, Pittsburgh, not that it matters. And the Buffalo Bills win by 14 points. They take it. 31-17. They have to delay the celebration by a day because of the blizzard yesterday. But for Bills fans, it was worth the wait. Buffalo has now won 6 straight games dating back to the middle of the season. The Steelers with TJ's healthy? No, Mason Rudolph can't throw the ball deep down the field. No chance. No chance. The worst Cowboys head coach of all time? God, no. Chan Gailey. No. Chan Gailey, Dave Campo. No, Dave Campo is the worst. McCarthy's bad, but he's not Dave Campo level bad. All right, I'll be back in 20 minutes. We will do the Eagles-Bucks game. I'll go live for that at 8:06.